Chapter 23-24. Crazily snatching. Crazily killing each other, more and more space cultivators fell. No one cared, because as long as they could get the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, it was worth it no matter how many people died. The Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet stood there quietly. Everyone around was too fast. In the blink of an eye, they were already in front of the tablet, close at hand. And at this time, the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet emitted waves of white light, instantly enveloping everyone, including all the peak space undyings. Everyone was completely frightened. Because of the previous example, everyone was very clear what it meant to be enveloped by the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet's power. Death was certain. Not to mention normal people, even the peak space undyings couldn't block the tablet's instant kill. The result? No one fell. Instead, everyone's face was filled with joy, because the power emitted from the tablet bathed everyone. It was very comfortable. In just an instant, anyone enveloped by the white light would have their cultivation level forcibly raised by a level. Those with great talents would raise by 2 or even 3 levels. As for the peak space undyings, they didn't raise much, because once they reached the peak space undyings, unless they devoured the tablet, it was very hard to raise their cultivation level. However, just this moment, normal space undyings, even space legends, relied on this mysterious power and actually broke through to the peak space undyings. In a short few minutes, there were no less than 10 new peak space undyings, of which the most depressed were the 20 peak space undyings from before, because they were very clear. Every new peak space undyings was a little more fearful to them. The more it was so, the more everyone was greedy. They couldn't wait to get the tablet. No one was a fool, because after what happened just now, everyone was very clear that this tablet wasn't simple, because the previous tablets didn't have such a situation. Longao borrowed Xilinx's power, once again stepping into the Primal Chaos plane without anyone noticing. Because of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet's power, even Longao was affected by the power increase. In just an instant, Longao's cultivation level broke through from the titled World Ancestor to the Space Almighty. Originally, with Longao's talent, if he wanted to borrow this power, breaking through shouldn't be a problem. However, Longao didn't continue. It was a very simple question. The others had already made a move. If he didn't make a move at this time, wouldn't that be handing over the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? It was absolutely impossible. However, it would be a lie to say that he wasn't depressed. This was because Longao was very clear on one thing. That was that with the help of the Life Primal Chaos Tablet, the first time was the most limited. He had gone completely crazy. For the sake of obtaining the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, everyone did not care about anything else. It could even be said that for the sake of obtaining the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, even if the cultivators of the first starry sky tried to stop them, they would still be killed without mercy. This was human nature. For the sake of the Primal Chaos Tablet, it wasn't just the people of the Starry Sky Empire. Even their friends and family could make a move. Longao did not try to snatch it. Although his cultivation had already broken through the Starry Sky Calamity, many of the Starry Sky cultivators around him could still kill him. Under such circumstances, there was no need to forcefully make a move. Time sure kill technique. Longao's cultivation base had already broken through to the Starry Sky realm, and the power of his time sure kill technique had doubled as well. Many people could sense that time had stopped around them. Before they could even react, the time shackles had already begun. Crack, crack, crack. One by one, their bodies began to disintegrate as they were killed by the time shackles. They could not even resist. This was Longao's strength. The current Longao was filled with confidence. Unless he met with a legendary or even an immortal, no one would be a match for him. Even if it were a Starry Sky realm powerful being, he would be able to kill them instantly. Just a casual move, a sure kill technique of time, had killed tens of thousands of people. What sort of a concept was this? If it were any other time, there would definitely be people who would be able to pinpoint Longao's actions. But at this moment, everyone was frantically trying to snatch the primal chaos stone tablet. Coupled with the fact that Longao was constantly making use of space teleportation to change his position, no one could pinpoint the culprit. No one cared. With the help of space teleportation, Longao's body continued to move around. Not long after, Ao Long also arrived in front of the Life Primal Chaos Tablet. However, the Life Primal Chaos Tablet had already been obtained by a Starry Sky legend. Without hesitation, this Starry Sky legend who had obtained the Primal Chaos Tablet began to fly madly. He knew very well what obtaining the Primal Chaos Tablet meant. If he was any slower, he would definitely die. Under such circumstances, even a peak Starry Sky Realm immortal or even a peak Starry Sky Realm immortal would not dare to be careless. The temptation of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was simply too great. This legendary came from the Second Starry Sky Empire. Seeing that one of their own had obtained the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Lin Han and Wang Tao were overjoyed. These two peak Starry Sky Realm immortals could not wait to get their hands on it. Yen Lin, leave it to me. Legend Yen Lin snorted inwardly. He had risked his life to get the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Why should he hand it over? If it had been anything else, he would definitely have handed it over. But the situation was different now. For the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, even the heavens would not be able to do anything. Yen Lin, of course, knew what was going on. He had successfully obtained the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Once he devoured and refined it, he would become a Starry Sky ruler. At that time, not many in the universe would dare to provoke him, let alone two peak Starry Sky Realm immortals. Thinking of this, Yen Lin did not reply. Without slowing down, he chose to leave. Although they had already guessed that this would happen, the two of them were still furious to the extreme. Everyone chased after Legend Yen Lin. Again, no one cared if Legend Yen Lin lived or died. Everyone only cared about one thing, and that was the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. It didn't take long for 70% of the people to chase after them. Even so, the remaining 30% were still densely packed with people as far as the eye could see. One had to admit that the people who entered the Primal Chaos Plane were terrifying. Chapter 23-25. Longao didn't chase. 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. There were 7 left. Longao was extremely confident. Even if someone managed to get the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, to devour and refine it wouldn't be an easy task. While most people left, Longao prepared to deal with the remaining 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. However, Longao didn't openly steal them. If others or even the universe ruler found out about this, he would be in deep trouble. What should he do? Longao was a bit serious. He didn't know how he could do it without anyone noticing. Teleportation? No. Thinking back and forth, in a short period of time, Longao also could not think of a good way to obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. He was helpless. Just as the remaining 30% were staring intently at the 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets in front of them, the situation suddenly changed. The 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets suddenly scattered in all directions. In the blink of an eye, the 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets had disappeared without a trace. What was going on? Looking at the 7 Chaos Stone Tablets that had already disappeared, everyone was completely dumbfounded. They had no idea what had just happened. Longao was delighted. This way, even though finding the 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets was difficult, he could hide the fact that he had gotten them. Without any hesitation, Longao immediately chased after the 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. As for the remaining people, they all chased after them. The 8 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets were scattered everywhere. The Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was obtained by Yen Ling. He used his fastest speed to flee. Yen Ling was very smart. He didn't prepare to leave, because he chose to believe Longao's words. There was a universe ruler outside. If he chose to leave now, he would definitely die. Right now, he had to think of a way to bring the life primal chaos stone tablet to a secluded place to refine it. Once he refined it and became a universe ruler, who would be able to threaten him? Thinking about this, Yenling's speed increased once more. However, Yenling was still a universe legend. His speed couldn't completely shake off a universe undying or a peak universe undying. At this rate, it was almost impossible for Yenling to successfully take away the Life Chaos Tablet. Yenling, you dared to betray the Second Cosmic Empire. You know the consequences. Yenling, as long as you repent and hand over the Primal Chaos Tablet, we can let bygones be bygones. Otherwise, we will kill you. Lin Han and Wang Tao were furious to the extreme. The two of them never would have thought that Yenling actually wanted to keep the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet for herself after obtaining it. Actually, there was nothing wrong with this. Putting aside Yenling, no matter who it was, they would not hesitate to take it for themselves. How could they hand it over for free? It was still the same sentence. If it were anything else, Yenlin would definitely hand it over due to the threat of two pinnacle universe undyings. The only exception was the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. For the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, he could risk his life. The more he ignored everyone, the angrier Lin Han and Wang Tao became. They wanted nothing more than to immediately kill Yenlin and seize the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. In the end, Yenlin was still surrounded by everyone. However, since Lin Han and Wang Tao wanted the tablet, they naturally wouldn't let anyone else get it first. Instead, they looked coldly at everyone around them. Lin Han smiled and said, "Everyone, I'm sorry, but Yenlin is still a member of the First Starry Sky Empire, so we'll take care of him. I hope everyone can give us some face and we won't take the other Chaos Tablet. How about that? Would anyone believe that? If anyone did, they would be idiot." Everyone was certain that if Lin Han and Wang Tao obtained this tablet, not only would they swallow it, they would even continue to fight for the other tablet. This was without a doubt. Hence, no one would believe it. And everyone was very clear that in the current situation, if they could get the tablet first, they would act first. The longer they delayed, no one knew what would happen. Sky Eagle laughed coldly and mocked, "You two, you are already shameless enough. Why lie through your teeth? Even if you are shameless, we are disgusted too." Earth Eagle laughed and said, "Big Brother is right. You two are really shameless enough. Everyone can fight for the tablet. Why should it belong to you too?" Sky Eagle also said, "Both of you, all of us can promise you that as long as you withdraw from fighting for this tablet, we will give you another chance for the other tablets. How about that?" Everyone had their own agenda. They all wanted this tablet. Lin Han and Wang Tao's faces darkened. The tablet was right in front of them, but everyone was eyeing it. As the saying goes, two fists cannot fight four hands. If everyone attacked at the same time, how would the two of them deal with it? "Yenling, as long as you hand over the tablet, we can spare your life. Sky Eagle, you've gone too far." Looking at everyone in front of them, Lin Han and Wang Tao slowly approached Yenling. No matter what happened, they had to obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet first. The two of them had already decided that as long as they could obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, everything would be fine. The two of them had full confidence in their own strength and speed. If they could get the tablet, no one would be able to catch up to them when they left. How could the others not know what the two of them were thinking? The key was Yenling. Yenling sneered and said coldly, "Lin Han, Wang Tao, from today onwards, I, Yenling, will leave the #1 Starry Sky Empire. I have nothing to do with you." Yenling was no fool. She knew her current situation very well. Even if she handed over the tablet, Lin Han and Wang Tao would not let her go. Since she was going to die anyway, why bother? She might as well shed all pretense of cordiality here. Who knows, she might have a chance of survival. "Yenling, looks like you are determined to betray the #1 Starry Sky Empire. The two of them became even more furious because Yen Ling's choice was completely disregarding the two of them. How could the two of them still have any face left? The three space eagles and everyone else, I, Yen Ling, am unable to devour the Chaos Tablet. I only hope that you can promise me one thing. As long as you can kill Lin Han and Wang Tao, I will hand over the Chaos Tablet. Otherwise, we will fight to the death and no one will be able to obtain the Chaos Tablet. Everyone knew what Yen Ling was trying to do. She wanted to borrow everyone's strength to kill the two of them. Chapter 23-26. Attack? If they could be sure of getting the Primal Chaos Tablet, then so be it. However, in this situation, no one dared to say for sure that they could get it. What if they couldn't get it? One had to know, Peak Universe Undying were different from other universe cultivators. It would be a lie to say they weren't afraid. If they offended a Peak Universe Undying, they wouldn't even know how they died. Seeing no one speak, Yen Ling laughed coldly and said, "Since you're not willing to attack, then I'm sorry. I'll have to destroy this tablet and fight to the death." However, Tian Ying laughed and mocked. "Do you think that you can destroy the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? Do you have the right?" The tablet wasn't just powerful, its defense was insanely terrifying. Not to mention Yen Ling, even a Peak Universe Undying wouldn't be able to destroy it. Yen Ling laughed and didn't care at all. "It's up to you whether to believe me or not." Everyone in the surroundings felt uncertain when they saw how calm Yen Ling was because the calmer Yen Ling was, the more worried they were because if it was true, then it would be extremely troublesome. Just as everyone was hesitating, unsure if Yen Ling was telling the truth, a figure appeared out of thin air. "Give me the tablet." Seeing the mysterious person suddenly appear, everyone, including Yen Ling, was completely shocked. This person was able to enter the circle without anyone noticing. This in itself was proof of his strength. They couldn't sense anything from him. Was this person also a Peak Universe Undying? "Why should I give it to you?" The person who just appeared wasn't anyone else but Longao. However, Longao came in disguise. With Xiling's help, unless it was godly mathematician or another universe ruler, no one else could sense Longao's true identity. This was why Longao dared to come openly and wasn't afraid of revealing his whereabouts. Longao directly attacked and didn't waste any words. Universe control. He also used his time sure kill techniques, time imprisonment and time shatter. If it was before, even if Longao had such heaven-defying abilities, he might not be able to kill a universe legend. But now, the situation was completely different. Longao's cultivation had successfully reached the Starry Sky Realm and reached the peak of the Starry Sky Realm. Longao could kill any Starry Sky cultivator, including those below the Starry Sky Realm. Even if he encountered a Starry Sky legend, he would still be able to fight them. As for whether or not he could kill a legend of the Starry Sky, that would depend on various circumstances. However, if Longao were to use the Chaos Axe, it would only take a few minutes for him to kill Yen Lin. But could he use it? It was definitely impossible. Longao was very clear that if he forcefully used the Chaos Axe, he would definitely be discovered by others. If this matter were to spread, he would be in a lot of trouble. It was still the same sentence. He didn't fear the people here, including the Peak Starry Sky Immortals, but he had to be wary of the 10 Starry Sky rulers guarding the outside, especially the Oracle. Was that Longao? Everyone was completely dumbfounded when they saw the cracks in the space in front of them. It seemed that only Longao possessed such a divine ability. Who was this person? Why was he able to shatter the starry sky? It couldn't possibly be Longao. Everyone was very clear that Longao had already successfully obtained a Chaos Stone Tablet. Under normal circumstances, Longao should be using all his strength to devour the Chaos Stone Tablet. How could he continue to obtain the other Chaos Stone Tablets? If it wasn't Longao, then who could it be? Everyone was almost certain that the person who had just appeared was definitely not Longao. Logically speaking, Longao couldn't possibly continue to appear here. In a moment of carelessness, Yen Lin was almost killed. While he was shocked, he was also completely terrified. This was because he was almost certain that the opponent's strength was enough to kill him. Moreover, the opponent's speed was too fast. Longao was also extremely depressed that he hadn't succeeded in killing his opponent in one move. He had to obtain the Life Chaos Stone Tablet. Longao took out the dragon seal that he had never used before from the Chaos Palace. This was the current Chaos Seal. He viciously smashed it towards Yen Lin. The Seal of Chaos looked ordinary on the surface. Yen Lin laughed coldly because he could not sense how powerful this average-sized seal was. Wanting to kill him, was it possible? Just as Yen Lin was prepared to meet force with force, he punched out with both fists. Suddenly, the situation changed. A scream rang out. Yen Lin's body was like a kite with a broken string. He was viciously smashed out by the Chaos Seal. Everyone was shocked to the extreme. However, no one cared about Yen Ling's life or death. The only thing that mattered was the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. It was something that everyone dreamed of obtaining. Everyone rushed towards the heavily injured Yen Ling, whose fate was unknown. The reason for that was because the fastest person would be able to obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. There was no doubt about it. Longao, of course, did not hesitate. He also made use of the space teleportation and headed toward Yen Ling. As Longao's cultivation level broke through, his teleportation speed had reached its limit. This also meant that even if his cultivation level broke through to Star Sky Legend, or even Star Sky Immortal or Peak Star Sky Immortal, his teleportation speed would still be the same. It was a limit that couldn't be increased. This was why Longao was the most depressed. This was because Longao knew why the speed of spatial teleportation had reached its limit. Many people were very clear about this problem. It was because the limit of speed was not spatial teleportation at all. The peak of speed was time teleportation. Almost no one could do this. Only the ruler of time and starry sky, Long Ming, could really do it. Even the other rulers of Star Sky couldn't compete with Long Ming in terms of speed. Even the Oracle couldn't. This was the peak of speed, time teleportation. As for the peak of the power of space, it wasn't teleportation. Longao knew very well that it wasn't easy for him to condense time teleportation. Although Longao's speed was about the same as a peak Star Sky Immortal, he was still one step behind because of the distance. The first to arrive were Lin Han and Wang Tao. However, Lin Han had obtained the Chaos Stone Tablet. The two didn't hesitate at all because obtaining the Chaos Stone Tablet meant that they would be besieged by everyone. The two quickly rushed towards the southeast. No one chose to give up. Even if they weren't strong enough, there were other peak Star Sky Immortals. Everyone chose to follow because obtaining the Chaos Stone Tablet depended entirely on luck. If he was lucky, it wasn't impossible for him to obtain the Chaos Stone Tablet. Chapter 23-27. Brother Lin, give me the Primal Chaos Tablet. In front of the Primal Chaos Tablet, everything else was bullshit. Lin Han and Wang Tao were friends, even brothers, but in front of the Primal Chaos Tablet, it wasn't impossible for them to become enemies. If it was something else, Lin Han might have handed it over. Only the Primal Chaos Tablet. Don't talk about Wang Tao, even if his parents came, he wouldn't hand it over. Brother Wang, cover me, I'll swallow this tablet first. You. Without giving Wang Tao a chance to continue speaking, Longao directly swallowed the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet he had just obtained. Anger. Endless anger. However, things had already happened, so what if he was angry? Lin Hai had already swallowed the tablet. Even if he fell out now, it wouldn't change anything. He would just have another strong enemy for no reason. Wang Tao was even more clear that if Lin Han's luck was good and he really refined the tablet and became a space ruler, then he would definitely die. As he ran, he swallowed the tablet. Actually, Lin Han wasn't completely confident that he could swallow the tablet. The lesson of the past was still fresh in his mind. Whether it was Longao or the three Space Eagles, although they all got the tablet, none of them were able to truly swallow it. They all hoped that they could truly swallow it. Seeing that Lin Han had already swallowed the Primal Chaos tablet, everyone was completely shocked. They were also furious to the extreme. If Lin Han couldn't refine the tablet, then so be it. But if he could, then things would truly be troublesome. Lin Han was a peak space undying. His speed was extremely fast. Especially under these circumstances, Lin Han definitely pushed his speed to the limit. Don't talk about normal people, even other peak space undyings wouldn't be able to catch up to Lin Han easily. Even so, no one chose to give up. For the Primal Chaos tablet, they could climb a mountain of blades, dive into a sea of flames, they could even gamble with their lives. Many people were extremely afraid of losing their lives, yet no one left the Primal Chaos plane. Even if they saw Space Cultivator after Space Cultivator fall, they would still be like moths to a flame. All for the Primal Chaos tablet. Longao was similarly unwilling to give up. Others couldn't, but that didn't mean Longao couldn't. Space teleportation had already reached its limit. Longao and Lin Han's speed were about the same. Because of this, it wasn't easy for Longao to catch up to Lin Han. The result was the same. Lin Han couldn't truly swallow the tablet. It hadn't even been a few minutes since Lin Han had devoured the Life Chaos tablet, and it had chosen to leave on its own. The Primal Chaos Stone tablet's speed was simply too fast. In fact, it was thousands of times faster than lightning. What did this mean? Lin Han looked at the rapidly disappearing tablet. He was completely stunned. Although he had guessed this result, he still couldn't accept it. Humph, if you can't do it, why won't you let me try? Lin Han, aren't you a little too selfish? He didn't say anything because Lin Han felt helpless in his heart. More than that, he was unwilling. The more Lin Han, the more Wang Tao was. If it wasn't for the fact that he didn't want to shed all pretense of cordiality, Wang Tao would have already attacked. However, even if they didn't shed all pretense of cordiality, it was destined that the two of them wouldn't be together in the future. When the time came, the power of the Second Universe Empire would be greatly reduced. It might even be replaced by the Third Universe Empire. However, under such circumstances, Lin Han couldn't care about anything else. He directly chased after the tablet. It wasn't just Lin Han. Everyone else also chased after it. The densely packed crowd moved at an extremely fast speed. Longao had long expected this result. The 12 Chaos Stone tablets that had appeared this time seemed to be very difficult to devour. If not for the fact that he had an attributeless Chaos Stone tablet, wanting to suppress the Chaos Stone tablets wouldn't be an easy task. He had to get the Life tablet. Longao's situation was different from the others. With the attributeless tablet in the Primal Chaos Palace, he could sense where the Life tablet left. He was delighted and immediately chased after it. Soaring Dragon Plane. Within a secret room. As soon as Yu-Yin obtained the Ice and Fire Primal Chaos Stone tablet, she immediately began to devour and refine it. She knew that the faster she became a Starry Sky ruler, the more help she would be to Longao. The Life tablet's speed was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, it disappeared without a trace. Everyone had no choice but to scatter in all directions. East, south, west and north. Longao didn't hesitate and chose the east direction. Within a mountain cave. Longao had just stepped in when he saw the Life Primal Chaos Stone tablet within the cave. Due to the Life Primal Chaos Stone tablet emitting life energy, it filled the entire cave. Bathing in the powerful aura of life, Longao had already broken through from the titled World Ancestor to the Starry Sky realm. It was almost impossible for him to continue to break through to the Starry Sky realm with the help of the aura of life. The only possibility was that Longao would swallow the tablet and refine it. At that time, not to mention using the life tablet to break through to legend rank, he could become a universe ruler. However, Longao didn't even think about it and chose to give up. It was still the same sentence. Longao didn't hesitate to choose the non-attributed Primal Chaos Tablet. Even if it was a low-grade Primal Chaos Tablet, he would accept it. It was precisely because of this that Longao chose to give up on the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Moreover, he had already thought of where the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet would go. He would give it to Ao Shui to devour. No matter what, Ao Shui's situation was somewhat special. He needed the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet the most. Looking at the Life Tablet in front of him, Longao was curious. Because the non-attributed Primal Chaos Tablet in the shop seemed to be acting strangely. He didn't know what was going on. In the next second, a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet appeared in front of Longao. It was a non-elemental Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. It was the same situation. Seeing the non-elemental Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was like a subject meeting its king. It directly dropped by one level, a full meter. His heart was filled with joy. Longao immediately used the non-attributed Primal Chaos Tablet to suppress the Life Tablet. He hoped to get rid of the Life Tablet as soon as possible. Longao was very depressed because he discovered a problem. The Primal Chaos Palace refused to allow the Life Primal Chaos Tablet to enter. What was the meaning of this? Any Primal Chaos Tablet could be entered except for the Life Primal Chaos Tablet. Chapter 23-28. Due to the suppression of the neutral Primal Chaos Tablet, the Ice and Fire Primal Chaos Tablet had been completely devoured by Yu'in. All that was left was to wait. Yu'in focused on refining the Ice and Fire Primal Chaos Tablet. The Ice and Fire Primal Chaos Tablet had two types of energy. One was the Ice Attribute Energy, the other was the Fire Attribute Energy. The speed at which Yu'in refined the stone tablet was extremely slow. Based on this speed, who knew how long it would take? Other than Yu'in, Long Haosher and Longao's parents were also refining the Primal Chaos Tablet. 4 people, Xiling and Long Chong. Once the 6 of them successfully refined the Primal Chaos Tablet and became space dominators, then Soaring Dragon Empire would have 6 space dominators. What kind of concept was that? Just thinking about it was terrifying. If that was the case, then in the entire vast universe, other than the divine mathematician, no one could go against Soaring Dragon Empire. However, other than Longao and a few others, no one else knew about this. "Sister, how is Brother Long? I want to go take a look." Bai Ling was very worried. Now that Bai Ling's cultivation had recovered to the starry sky immortal realm, she was only one step away from breaking through the limit. With her current strength, even if she stepped into the primal chaos plane, she believed that she would have a place and be able to help Brother Long. Xiling shook his head. "Bai Ling, don't worry. Longao has the Primal Chaos Palace. Not to mention normal people, even space dominators, including the divine mathematician, can forget about harming Longao." Xiling sighed at the fact that Longao had the Primal Chaos Palace. The Primal Chaos Palace was too powerful. Even if she was an intermediate space dominator, she still couldn't casually enter the Primal Chaos Palace. Not to mention entering the Primal Chaos Palace, it was unknown if she could even sense the aura of the Primal Chaos Palace. However, Xiling was certain that even at his peak, he couldn't sense the aura of the Primal Chaos Palace. Because of this, Xiling thought that even the divine mathematician might not be able to sense the aura of the Primal Chaos Palace. With the help of the Primal Chaos Palace, Longao could sit back and relax. Even so, Bai Ling was still worried. "Sister, will Brother Long really be fine? Trust me, nothing will happen to Longao." In the distance, within a mysterious cave within the Primal Chaos Plane, the non-elemental Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was firmly suppressing the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Several hours had already passed, but the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was still unable to enter the Primal Chaos Palace. Long's expression to the extreme. If the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet could not enter the Primal Chaos Hall, then even if he could devour the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, he could forget about leaving with it. The situation. If he forcefully left with the Life Primal Chaos Tablet, he would definitely be sensed by the other space rulers. When that happened, he would be in big trouble. What should he do? Longao simply could not figure out what had happened. Why was the Life Chaos Tablet unable to enter the Primal Chaos Palace for no reason? He had yet to truly gain control of the Primal Chaos Palace. Thus, Longao had no idea what was going on. Primordial Spirit? As the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet continued to suppress the Primal Chaos Tablet, Longao finally sensed the difference between the Primal Chaos Tablet and the Primal Chaos Tablet. If nothing unexpected happened, the Primal Chaos Tablet in front of him had a remnant spirit. Could it be the previous owner of the Primal Chaos Tablet? In other words, did someone refine the Primal Chaos Tablet before? Longao finally understood why the Primal Chaos Palace would reject the Primal Chaos Tablet. It was because the Primal Chaos Tablet had a remnant spirit within. If he wanted the Primal Chaos Tablet to enter the Primal Chaos Palace, he had to settle one thing first. That was to settle the remnant spirit within the Primal Chaos Tablet. If he didn't get rid of the remnant spirit, he wouldn't be able to settle it. Keeping the Primal Chaos Tablet, Longao laughed coldly. Are you not going to show yourself? Ha ha ha, after so many years, you are the first person to sense me. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. In the next second, a figure appeared from the Primal Chaos Tablet. If nothing unexpected happened, this figure should be the owner of the Primal Chaos Tablet. You have hidden yourself really well. Let's not talk nonsense. If you can help me leave this place and recover my strength, I can help you get a Primal Chaos Tablet and become a space ruler. How about it? Such a condition was truly very tempting. If it was someone else, they would most likely agree. However, Longao smiled and said, You must vanish into thin air. As for this Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, I must also take it away. You know this is the Primal Chaos Tablet? The mysterious person was very shocked, because he could clearly sense that the other party was just a small space master. Since that was the case, how did the other party know that the Primal Chaos Tablet he had was the Primal Chaos Tablet? This you don't need to know. Just now, the Primal Chaos Tablet suppressed the Primal Chaos Tablet. The mysterious person didn't seem to know at all. Otherwise, he wouldn't be like this. Ha ha ha, kid, I have to admit that you are very arrogant. However, I have to thank you. Without your help, I don't know how long I would have to sleep for. But now, everything is fine. Even without your help, I can leave this place smoothly. When the time comes, as long as I hide, I will recover my strength sooner or later. At that time, no one will be my match. Is that so? It was still the same words. Longao was determined to get the Primal Chaos Tablet. If that was the case, then he had to destroy this person. Only then could he send the Primal Chaos Tablet into the Primal Chaos Palace and smoothly leave with it. Longao could clearly sense that the mysterious person in front of him, if it was the original body, he definitely wouldn't be his match. However, the situation now was completely different. The other party was only a remnant soul. Moreover, the strength of the remnant soul was at most the same level as him. In other words, it was the so-called Space Master. If the other party was a Starry Sky Immortal or a Peak Starry Sky Immortal, then perhaps he wouldn't have any way to deal with him. However, the other party was a Starry Sky Immortal. Longao had full confidence that he could kill him. Just as the mysterious person was about to say something, Longao didn't want to wait any longer. He knew very well that in this situation, the longer he delayed, the more disadvantageous it would be for him. He had to end this battle quickly. The sooner he finished this person, the sooner he could send the Primal Chaos Tablet into the Primal Chaos Palace and leave the Primal Chaos Plane. After all, if Aoshue could devour the Primal Chaos Tablet, it would be a good thing for Aoshue. With just you. Of course, he could sense that the other party was about to attack. The mysterious person sneered, his face full of contempt. Chapter 23-29. End the battle quickly. Longao did not want to drag things out. He was in a rush to take away the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. The longer he dragged things out, the worse it would be for him. Controlling space. Just as the mysterious man was looking down on him, his face was filled with shock and disbelief. Because he never would have thought that the opponent could shatter space. If he was at his peak, he would not fear controlling space. But now? He was just a remnant soul. His strength was at most comparable to a space expert. How could he resist Longao's control of space? Longao was determined to kill him. In a few short seconds, the mysterious man was dead, disappearing into thin air. A dignified Starry Sky ruler, and a Life Starry Sky ruler at that, had died at the hands of Longao. Killing this person. Longao was a little impatient. He directly kept the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet into the Primal Chaos Palace. Only now did he truly relax. With regards to the Primal Chaos Palace, Longao was filled with confidence. As long as the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet entered the Primal Chaos Palace, not to mention others, even the God Diviner would not be able to sense the aura of the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Smoothly obtaining the Life Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Longao was overjoyed to the extreme. However, there were still 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets left. Longao's intentions were simple. He wanted to obtain all of them. There were a total of 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. If he could obtain all of them, it meant that in the future, he would be able to create 12 space rulers. What kind of concept was that? Just thinking about it made him excited. If he could really create 12 space rulers, then in the future, he would be able to dominate the vast universe. Other than the God Diviner, he could ignore anyone else. As for the God Diviner, he was indeed a huge problem. Longao was most wary of the God Diviner. If the God Diviner was a friend, then so be it. But if the God Diviner became his enemy, then it would be hard for him to fight against the God Diviner. The Primal Chaos Stone Tablets were split into low-grade, mid-grade and high-grade. Of the 24 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, only the God Diviner had a high-grade Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Currently, Longao was still unable to determine what grade of Chaos Stone Tablet the attribute-less Chaos Stone Tablet he possessed was. From the looks of it, a non-elemental Chaos Stone Tablet should also be a high-grade Chaos Stone Tablet. Otherwise, it would not be able to suppress the other Chaos Stone Tablet. If that was the case, he would have some expectations. Ice and Fire Chaos Stone Tablet, Lightning Chaos Stone Tablet, Darkness Chaos Stone Tablet, Sky Demon Chaos Stone Tablet, Black Dragon Chaos Stone Tablet, Life Chaos Stone Tablet, Strength Chaos Stone Tablet, Wind Cloud Chaos Stone Tablet, Spirit Chaos Stone Tablet, Light Chaos Stone Tablet, Mad Blade Chaos Stone Tablet, Divine Spear Chaos Stone Tablet. Within the 12 Chaos Stone Steels, Longao had already obtained the Life Chaos Stone Tablet, the Fire and Ice Chaos Stone Tablet, the Divine Spear Chaos Stone Tablet, the Black Dragon Chaos Stone Tablet, and the Spirit Chaos Stone Tablet. Only the Lightning Chaos Tablet, Darkness Chaos Tablet, Sky Demon Chaos Tablet, Strength Chaos Tablet, Wind Cloud Chaos Tablet, Light Chaos Tablet, and Mad Blade Chaos Tablet were left. The remaining 7 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets were scattered in all directions. With no other choice, Longao could only sense one tablet after another. No matter which tablet he sensed first, he had to do everything in his power to obtain it. The 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets were all scattered. Everyone began to search for them. Strength was useless. All that mattered was courage. Even if you had heaven-defying strength, if you did not have the slightest bit of luck, don't even talk about obtaining a primal chaos stone tablet. They all disappeared? Apart from the one Longao had obtained, the other 11 primal chaos stone tablets, with 1 outside and 10 inside, had all disappeared. When the various rulers of space received this news, their faces were all gloomy. This was the result they were most afraid of, because in this sort of situation, no matter who obtained the primal chaos stone tablet, as long as they did not reveal themselves, it would be very difficult for them to determine who had obtained the primal chaos stone tablet. If the person who obtained the primal chaos stone tablet chose to remain within the primal chaos plane, then things would become very troublesome. No one was an idiot. If one swallowed the primal chaos stone tablet in the primal chaos plane, refined it, and became a ruler of space, then even if they were able to determine who it would be too late. This matter could not continue to wait. Everyone went to find Master God Diviner. Dragonruin's face was very serious. He went straight to the point and said, "Master God Diviner, out of all of us, only you have truly refined the primal chaos stone tablet. Think of a way to obtain the remaining 11 primal chaos stone tablet." Master God Diviner's face was indifferent, as if he didn't take this matter to heart. But Yidugu knew very well that his father was also very serious. "I have already removed the forbidden power from the primal chaos stone tablets in your bodies. But remember, in the future, do not try to fight me. If you do, you will have to bear the consequences." Was this true? When they heard Master God Diviner's words, everyone was stunned. They didn't know what he meant. Under normal circumstances, if Master God Diviner had already placed a forbidden power within the primal chaos stone tablets, how could he so easily choose to give them up? After all, if things continued like this, Master God Diviner would be able to control them. Why would Master God Diviner suddenly choose to give them up? Master God Diviner didn't say, and the other rulers of space didn't ask. After everyone had left, Yidugu asked, "Father, why did you do this?" Yidugu couldn't understand. Based on his father's actions, he would have given up the chance to control the rulers of space. Did his father not care about them at all? Master God Diviner shook his head. He said helplessly, "Dugu, there is something you don't know. Ever since the primal chaos plane appeared and the 12 primal chaos stone tablets descended, I discovered a problem. The power I designed for 10,000 years has automatically disappeared." Yidugu, of course, knew what his father meant. It seemed that even his father didn't know what was going on. Things were very troublesome. "Father, if these people attack us in the future, what should we do?" If he said he wasn't afraid, he would be lying. No matter what, Dragon Annihilation and the others were rulers of space. If all of them joined forces, not to mention himself, even his father wouldn't be able to deal with them. Although his father's primal chaos stone tablet was a high-level one, he hadn't truly mastered it. He couldn't grasp the power within. Even if he could, it would be less than 1%. That was about the same as the other rulers of space. Let's wait and see. What we need to do now is think of a way to get the remaining 11 primal chaos stone tablet. From there, we can create an army of rulers of space that belongs to us. Chapter 23:30. If that really was the case, that would be for the best. But Yidugu knew very well that even a third of the primal chaos steals would be a fortune amidst misfortune, let alone 11. Seemingly able to guess what Yidugu was thinking, Master God Diviner didn't continue to dwell on this question. "The key is Longao." What did that mean? Hearing his father's words, Yidugu was somewhat confused. He didn't know why his father valued Longao so much. Even if Longao swallowed the primal chaos steals and was lucky enough to refine them, at most he would be like him, a ruler of the universe. His father didn't even care about the other rulers of the universe. What was a Longao to him? He really didn't understand. Yigudu didn't know what was going on with his father. Father, what's going on with Longao? Since things were already like this, Master God Diviner didn't plan on hiding anything. Gudu, you've always asked me why I value Longao so much. I'll tell you now. Yigudu's ears perked up as he listened carefully. This was something that he had always wanted to know. Now, his father was finally going to tell him. I've been trying to figure out why we can swallow and refine the primal chaos steels, but we can't truly control their power. Yigudu didn't say anything. He just listened quietly. And I've been trying to figure it out for so many years, but I haven't had the slightest clue. Only after Longao appeared did my calculations begin to take shape. At this point, if Yigudu still couldn't understand the meaning behind his father's words, then he really would be an idiot. Father, you mean to say that Longao can help us truly control the power of the primal chaos steels? Yigudu knew very well what it meant to control the power of the primal chaos steels. It was impossible to see any clues about the 3 levels of the primal chaos steels. This was because the 12 rulers of the universe back then had been roughly equal in strength. None of them had been able to do anything to the other. If Master God Diviner could control the power of the other primal chaos steels, then he could sit back and relax. But now, the situation was completely different. If the other rulers of the universe were to refine the primal chaos steels and recover their peak strength, then his advantage would disappear. But if he could truly control the power of the primal chaos steels, then things would be different. Once the power appeared, the difference would appear. That was indeed the case. Master God Diviner couldn't wait to get his hands on the Chaos Tablet's power. That way, even if all the Chaos Tablets combined, they wouldn't be a match for him. That's right. The key is Longao. After thinking for a moment, Master God Diviner said, according to my calculations, if nothing unexpected happens, Longao will be able to help me get the power of the Chaos Tablet. Do you understand what I'm saying? He nodded. Yigudu said, Father, I know what to do. I know you don't like Longao, but for the sake of the bigger picture, we must endure. Once you and I are able to truly control the power within the Chaos Stone Tablet, it won't be too late to kill Longao. All of the rulers of space had given up on keeping watch. They all left and found a secluded place to refine the primal Chaos Tablet, hoping to become a ruler of space sooner. None of them were fools. Even if they could find out who had obtained the primal Chaos Tablet, what use would that be? They might as well take care of their own business first. They had worked so hard to remove the power of the primal Chaos Tablet. If they chose to stay and wait, then they really would be fools. No one would do such a thing. Only Master God Diviner and Yigudu, father and son. They both knew that if they could obtain 11 primal Chaos Tablets, that would be the equivalent of creating 11 rulers of space. What sort of concept was that? Longao was doing his best to track down the whereabouts of the 7 primal Chaos Tablet. The entire primal chaos plane was shrouded in a storm of blood. No one knew who would obtain the primal chaos tablet, but no matter who it was, they would be surrounded and attacked by countless people. Even so, no one chose to give up. An endless stream. The remaining 7 primal chaos tablets seemed to have completely disappeared. No matter how they searched, there was no sign of them. According to Longao's plan, they were preparing to take the remaining 7 primal chaos tablets, then leave the primal chaos plane. But now, Longao had changed his mind. He didn't know what was going on with Aoshue. The power she needed was too great. The sooner Aoshue devoured the primal chaos tablet, the more advantageous it would be for Aoshue. That was exactly how it was. Longao didn't hesitate at all. He immediately left the primal chaos plane and rushed back to the soaring dragon plane. Longao felt helpless towards this unborn child of his. Even if he had started cultivating in his mother's womb, after so long, the child still hadn't been born. Even now, Longao couldn't sense how strong his child was. Even Aoshue couldn't sense it. He was very shocked. In short, Longao knew one thing, and that was that this child of his was definitely not simple. Brother Long, do I really have to devour this primal chaos tablet? Aoshue naturally knew what a primal chaos tablet meant. She had never thought that she would one day be able to devour a primal chaos tablet. If that was the case, wouldn't she become a ruler of space in the future? A ruler of space, a true ruler of space, an undefeatable existence. Longao smiled and said, Aoshue, this primal chaos tablet has the attribute of life. If you devour it, it will bring unspeakable benefits to our child. Be obedient and devour this primal chaos tablet. In the future, you won't fall into a coma again. Good for the child. Originally, Aoshue wanted to refuse, but when she heard that it would be good for the child, she nodded and said, If it's good for the child, then I'll devour the primal chaos tablet. Seeing Aoshue agree, Longao finally let out a sigh of relief. He was afraid that Aoshue would refuse. Brother Long, then what about Sister Bai Ling? Of course, Aoshue knew that Yuan had devoured the primal chaos tablet. She didn't feel the slightest bit of jealousy or hate. Especially at this time, she was actually thinking that Bai Ling hadn't devoured the primal chaos tablet. Of the three sisters, she and Yuan had already devoured their own primal chaos tablet. Only Bai Ling was left. Longao smiled again and said, Yuan has devoured the primal chaos tablet. You have devoured the primal chaos tablet. As for Bai Ling, I've already thought about it. Of the remaining 7 primal chaos tablets, I will choose the most suitable one for Bai Ling and let her devour it. I believe this will be the most beneficial for her. Chapter 23:31. Aoshue didn't hesitate in the slightest. It immediately began to devour the Life Chaos Tablet. Including the Life Chaos Steel, Longao had already acquired a total of 5 Chaos Steels. Within the Chaos Plane, there were still 7 Chaos Steels left. If other people were to know that Longao had already obtained a 5-sided Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, who knew if they would be scared silly? What did that mean? Longao had 5 Chaos Tablet. As long as nothing unexpected happened, he could create 5 rulers of the universe. But as long as Longao and the others weren't there, no one in the universe would find out. Not even Master God Diviner. Xiling found Longao and went straight to the point. Longao, you've got 5 Chaos Tablet. Do you want to continue? I have to. Xiling knew Longao's personality very well. Xiling knew that even if he continued to persuade him, it wouldn't make any difference. Seeing Xiling's serious expression, Longao was very curious. He didn't know why Xiling had come looking for him, but he was sure that Xiling couldn't be doing nothing. Xiling, what's going on? Why don't you tell me? Longao, I just received news that, for some reason, Master God Diviner has come into contact with the taboo of the Chaos Tablets of the other rulers of the universe. Longao finally understood why Xiling was so serious. Because under normal circumstances, Master God Diviner had worked so hard to get this opportunity. How could he give it up so easily? What was the reason? Xiling, can you figure out why? Xiling said uncertainly, I'm sure you've already guessed that Master God Diviner wouldn't be so kind as to give up this opportunity so easily. This was exactly what he'd thought. If that was the case, then why was Master God Diviner doing this? Before Longao could say anything, Xiling went on to say, if I'm not mistaken, Clairvoyant Master Clairvoyant doesn't want to give up. It's because of the Chaos Plane and the 12 Chaos Tablet. Clairvoyant Master Clairvoyant doesn't know what's going on. How could Longao not know what Xiling meant? Now that he thought about it, that was indeed the case. If that was the case, then the Chaos Plane and the 12 Chaos Steels were simply too terrifying. Even Master Clairvoyant wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Xiling, what do you mean? Xiling couldn't have done this if it were just this. He sighed deeply. Xiling's face was grave. He said helplessly, Longao, I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling about this. Bad premonition? What did that mean? The more he listened, the more confused he became. In any case, Longao felt that Xiling was very strange today, unlike the Xiling from before. What did Xiling mean? Xiling, what's going on with you? Longao was very worried. After so many years of helping Xiling, he had come to see him as family. He was no different from his own sister. Of course, he didn't want anything to happen to Xiling. Xiling sighed again, then said helplessly, I don't know why, but ever since the Chaos Plane and the 12 Chaos Steels appeared, I've always felt that something was going to happen in the vast universe. Longao, haven't you noticed? At that point, Purple Spirit suddenly stopped. The more Xiling acted like this, the more worried Longao became. Xiling, what did you discover? Longao, the vast universe only had 12 Chaos Steels. Everyone knew this. But in the end, another 12 Chaos Steels appeared, and one of them was your neutral Chaos Steels. Do you think this is normal? It's not normal. This really wasn't normal. Longao, of course, knew what the sudden appearance of 12 Chaos Steels meant. This was something that had been known for countless years in the vast universe. Although he knew something was wrong, he didn't know what was wrong. Longao, although I don't know what this means, I am certain that before long, something big is going to happen in the vast universe. You must use this time to refine the Chaos Steels and become a ruler of the universe. Also, with the 5 Chaos Steels you have, as well as the remaining 7, create as many rulers of the universe as you can. That way, you can deal with whatever is about to happen. Is it really that serious? Only more serious. Longao knew Xiling very well. It seemed that this was going to be very troublesome. After sending Xiling off, Longao didn't speak for a long time. He just thought quietly. He thought back and forth, but couldn't come up with anything. Longao and Xiling didn't tell anyone about this, because they didn't know what the consequences would be if word of this got out. It was still the same thing. The current situation was very special. The most important thing right now was to do everything possible to continuously increase his strength, especially by devouring the Chaos Steels. Longao knew very well that the more rulers of the universe there were in his soaring dragon empire, the better it would be for himself and his empire. Longao didn't immediately head to the Chaos Plane. Although the remaining 7 Chaos Steels had all disappeared, he was certain that it was almost impossible for others to obtain them. He also had a feeling that the appearance of 12 Chaos Steels in the Chaos Plane was somehow related to him. If it wasn't related, then it would be nonsense for him to obtain 5 Chaos Steels at once. If it were any other time, or if it were anyone else, not to mention 5 Chaos Steels, even 1 Chaos Steel would be a great fortune amidst misfortune. But his situation was completely different. Ever since the clairvoyant master started paying attention to him, Longao already knew that his situation might be special. He might be a variable. If he could really affect the universe, it might not be a bad thing. But first, he had to consider his family. He was alone, so he could do whatever he wanted, but he couldn't implicate his family. Because of this, Longao didn't head to the Chaos Plane. Instead, he thought about what to do with the soaring dragon empire. In this situation, the empire didn't want to conquer the universe. Instead, they had to deal with the aftermath. Because he and Xiling had sensed something, if something big really happened in the universe, what would happen to their family? This was the first thing they had to deal with. The Chaos Palace was the first place Longao thought of. If they could all enter the Chaos Palace, he had full confidence that no matter what happened in the universe, he and his family wouldn't have to fear it. They wouldn't even have to fear the clairvoyant master. But the problem now was that the Chaos Palace would take the initiative to attack others, and it couldn't last more than 6 hours. This was the biggest problem. Chapter 2332. Longao was very clear about the Primal Chaos Palace's situation. In the end, he still hadn't truly grasped the Primal Chaos Palace. It was easy to say, but in reality it was extremely difficult. Even now, Longao didn't have any confidence in the Primal Chaos Palace. The more this was the case, the more serious Longao became. If he couldn't deal with the Empire's matters, he didn't have the time to obtain the remaining 7 Primal Chaos Tablets. In Longao's heart, his family was the #1 priority. The Primal Chaos Tablets were secondary. If it was anyone else, the tablet would definitely be #1. Even his family would be behind. Xiling and Long Chong chose to go into seclusion. The two were very clear about the current situation. The earlier they refined the Primal Chaos Tablets and became the ruler of space, the more advantageous it would be for Longao. Yuin, Aoshue, Longao, and Longao's parents all chose to go into seclusion and devour their own Primal Chaos Tablet. They did it secretly. This matter definitely couldn't be leaked. Otherwise, things would really be troublesome. Within the Primal Chaos Palace, Longao felt the flow of time within the Primal Chaos Palace. He was completely shocked. He didn't believe his senses. Was this real? If he didn't personally experience it, he definitely wouldn't believe it. Just as Longao was quietly thinking about what to do, the situation in the Primal Chaos Palace suddenly changed. The flow of time within the Primal Chaos Palace suddenly sped up. It was tens of thousands of times faster than outside. What kind of concept was this? It could be said like this. Longao cultivating in the Primal Chaos Palace for a year was equivalent to cultivating outside for 10,000 years. His speed was 10,000 times faster. What kind of crazy speed was this? Longao was pleasantly surprised. Because with the acceleration of time within the Primal Chaos Palace, his cultivation base could rapidly increase. With his talent, he believed that in a few years, he would be able to continuously break through. The Legend of Space and even the Immortal of Space were very easy to reach. The Primal Chaos Palace was a bit too terrifying. However, under these circumstances, Longao didn't choose to stay in the Primal Chaos Palace to cultivate. Under these circumstances, there were 2 things he wanted to do. The first was to think about how to help the Empire avoid this disaster. The second matter was how to enter the Chaos Plane and obtain the remaining 7 Chaos Steels. Longao was very clear about one thing. If the 12 Chaos Stone Tablets were really related to him, then there was no doubt that it wouldn't be difficult for him to obtain the remaining Chaos Stone Tablets. His original plan was to deal with the matter of the Empire first. However, Longao changed his mind at the last moment. For the sake of long-term development, he needed to get the remaining 7 Chaos Tablets as soon as possible. From there, he could create even more space dominators. 12 rulers of galaxy, plus Xiling, Long Chong, and himself, that would be a total of 15 rulers of galaxy. When the time comes, no one was his match, not even Master God Diviner. This was because Longao's intuition told him that the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet he had obtained was very likely to be a high-grade Chaos Stone Tablet. If that was the case, then he wouldn't have to fear the Oracle at all. Chaos Plane. Ever since their powers had disappeared, the other rulers of galaxy had all chosen to disappear. They had all gone into seclusion to refine their own Chaos Stone Tablets, hoping to become rulers of galaxy as soon as possible. Only Yi Dugu and Master God Diviner remained, stubbornly guarding the Chaos Plane. The 2 of them had been waiting this entire time. If someone obtained a Chaos Stone Tablet and left, they would be able to intercept and kill them. However, the 2 of them were somewhat depressed. This was because they simply couldn't be sure that the person who obtained the Chaos Stone Tablet wouldn't leave. What if they didn't? What if someone devoured the Chaos Stone Tablet and began to refine it within the Chaos Plane? If that really happened, then even if they were able to lock onto the person who obtained the Chaos Stone Tablet, what would be the point? Longao watched from afar. Perhaps others wouldn't be able to discover them, But that didn't mean that Longao couldn't. By now, Longao had already begun to slowly refine the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet. Thus, he could clearly sense Master God Diviner and Yi Dugu's location. This was a laughable thing. Master God Diviner was a ruler of Galaxy who had obtained a high-grade Chaos Stone Tablet. And yet, he was unable to lock onto Longao's aura. In fact, he couldn't even sense where Longao was. If Master God Diviner found out about this, who knew how grateful he would be? Still, Longao was almost certain that if Master God Diviner found out about this, he wouldn't hold back and would instead deal with him. He had already obtained 2 Chaos Stone Tablet. If he continued to openly enter the Chaos Plane this time, Master God Diviner and Yi Dugu would no longer trust him. There was no need to risk it. He had already obtained 5 Chaos Stone Tablet. Taking a step back, even if he couldn't obtain even one of the remaining 7 Chaos Stone Tablets, it would still be worth it. Right at this moment, Master God Diviner rose and left, leaving behind Yi Dugu to stand guard. The reason was simple. Master God Diviner had already established a connection with Yi Dugu. As long as there were any clues, Master God Diviner could descend at any time. After all, Master God Diviner still had many things to do. Just as Longao was worrying about how to sneak into the Chaos Plane, he discovered that Master God Diviner had already left. He was delighted. He feared Master God Diviner, but he wasn't as simple as Yi Dugu. Although Yi Dugu had devoured a Chaos Stone Tablet, he hadn't truly refined it to become a ruler of Galaxy. In other words, Yi Dugu hadn't even broken through to become a legend of Galaxy. At most, he was on the same level as Longao. A few dozen minutes later, Longao had already evaded Yi Dugu's detection and smoothly entered the Chaos Plane. He didn't immediately begin to sense the 7 Chaos Stone Tablet. Longao quietly stood atop a mountain peak, gazing into the endless void. A stone tablet floated in front of him. It was the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet from the Primal Chaos Hall. Longao wanted to give it a try. He wanted to see if he could use the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet to sense the remaining 7 Chaos Stone Tablet. Longao didn't have the slightest bit of confidence in his ability to do so. However, he had relied on the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet to sense the location of the Life Chaos Stone Tablet. Only then had he been able to smoothly obtain the Life Chaos Stone Tablet. Otherwise, no matter how powerful he was, he wouldn't have been able to smoothly obtain the Life Chaos Stone Tablet. After sensing for 2 hours, Longao was overjoyed. He had originally wanted to give it a try, but he never would have imagined that by relying on the attributeless Chaos Stone Tablet, he would actually be able to sense the auras of the Chaos Stone Tablet. Moreover, he could sense the auras of all 7 Chaos Stone Tablets at once. The 7 Chaos Stone Tablets were scattered everywhere. East, west, north, and south. Longao was overjoyed. Without any hesitation, he immediately flew out. Chapter 2333. 1 month later. Longao had successfully acquired the remaining 7 Primal Chaos Steels. Even now, he found it hard to believe. He had never imagined that he would be able to acquire all of the Primal Chaos Steels. 12 Primal Chaos Steels. That was the equivalent of creating 12 Dominators of the universe. What did this mean? Longao knew very well that if he really could create 12 Dominators of the universe, then he would be in a lot of trouble. The 12 Primal Chaos Steels all left. The Primal Chaos Plane began to tremble violently. No one knew what was going on. But no one dared to stay. Although the Primal Chaos Steels were very tempting, compared to their lives, they were insignificant. Just as 60% of the people left, the entire Primal Chaos Plane collapsed. The remaining 40% of the cultivators were left behind in the Primal Chaos Plane forever. All of them perished. Father, what happened? Yidugu was completely stunned as he looked at the collapsed primal chaos plane. Yidugu couldn't understand why the primal chaos plane would suddenly collapse for no reason. What was going on? Master God Diviner was also very curious. He didn't know why the primal chaos plane had suddenly collapsed. He thought for a moment. Master God Diviner said helplessly, "Based on my guess, aside from Longao's primal chaos steel, the other 11 primal chaos steels have all left the primal chaos plane. That's why the primal chaos plane collapsed." So that's how it was. Yidugu's face was very gloomy. His voice was very cold. "Father, we didn't sense the 11 primal chaos steels at all. We don't know who took them out. It can't be Longao." He didn't quite believe it. Even if Longao had obtained the primal chaos steels, it was virtually impossible for him to have taken them out without anyone noticing. Aside from Longao, Yidugu really couldn't think of anyone else who could have taken away the primal chaos steels without anyone noticing, causing the primal chaos plane to collapse. Master God Diviner didn't dare to be certain that this was Longao's doing. But his intuition told him that it couldn't have been Longao. Still, he had to be careful. What if it was Longao? That was indeed the case. Master God Diviner thought for a moment, then said, "Come with me, Dugu." Yidugu naturally knew where his father was taking him. There was no point in continuing to stand guard in the chaos plane. The most important thing now was to think of a way to find the other 11 chaos stone tablet. Soaring Dragon Empire. Longao successfully brought the 7 primal chaos stone tablets back to the Soaring Dragon Empire, but he did not pass them down immediately. Not only that, Longao found the 5 people who had obtained the primal chaos stone tablet. Without saying a word, he sent all 5 of them into the primal chaos hall. Only now did he truly heave a sigh of relief. Longao had never imagined that the chaos plane would suddenly collapse as soon as he left with the remaining 7 chaos steels. That was indeed the case. Longao was almost certain that with the sudden collapse of the primal chaos plane, Master God Diviner's first suspicion would be him. If he didn't let the 5 of them into the primal chaos hall, once Master God Diviner sensed them, he would be in great trouble. Longao had complete confidence in the primal chaos hall. As long as his grandfather and the other 4 stepped into the primal chaos hall, not to mention ordinary people, even Master God Diviner might not be able to sense their auras. As long as they could temporarily avoid Master God Diviner's detection, this matter would truly be over. Within the primal chaos hall. "Aor, what happened?" Seeing the serious expression on Longao's face, the 5 of them were very curious. They didn't know what had happened, but since the 5 of them had all obtained the primal chaos stone tablets, there was no doubt that this matter had something to do with the primal chaos stone tablets. Just as expected, Longao didn't hide anything. He roughly told them about the primal chaos stone tablets and the primal chaos plane. "Aor, are you confident that you can avoid Master God Diviner?" Longao and the others naturally knew what this meant. If they didn't resolve this matter properly, things would become very troublesome. Master God Diviner was considered the most powerful existence in the vast universe. Even if the other rulers of the universe refined the primal chaos stone tablets, they still wouldn't be able to contend against Master God Diviner. Longao smiled confidently. "Grandfather, don't worry. Even Master God Diviner won't be able to sense my primal chaos hall. If Master God Diviner can't sense the aura of the primal chaos stone tablets, he won't suspect anything in the future." Longao didn't doubt Aor's confidence in the slightest. Within the primal chaos hall, apart from the primal chaos stone tablets that the 5 of them had devoured, Longao had only taken away the primal chaos stone tablet of fire and ice. The other 6 primal chaos stone tablets were all left behind. If all the primal chaos stone tablets were left in the primal chaos hall, it would be too fake. Longao knew very well that he had already obtained a primal chaos stone tablet. If he continued to leave on his own, Would Master God Diviner choose to believe him? 2 hours later, Master God Diviner and Yi Dugu had arrived. Longao wasn't surprised to see the two of them suddenly arrive. He had already guessed that the primal chaos hall would collapse, and that the two of them would definitely come. The two of you, may I know why you've come this time? Longao asked, even though he already knew the answer. Yi Dugu smiled and said, Brother Long, we just discovered that the primal chaos plane has completely collapsed. According to my father's guess, the reason for the primal chaos plane's collapse is that all the primal chaos stone tablets have left the primal chaos plane. So, we've come this time mainly to ask you if you've seen any other primal chaos stone tablets aside from the one you obtained. Coldly laughing in his heart, Longao didn't reveal anything strange on the surface. He indifferently said, Senior Master God Diviner, Brother Yi, I understand what you're trying to say. Although I can take a 90% chance of dying and forcibly take away the primal chaos stone tablets, I can guarantee that from start to finish, I only obtain 2. One of the primal chaos stone tablets has already left on its own. The other primal chaos stone tablet is within my body. As if afraid that the two of them wouldn't believe him, and also to prevent them from sensing him, a primal chaos stone tablet floated out of Longao's body. It was one of the 12 primal chaos stone tablets, the Icefire primal chaos stone tablet. Yi Dugu and Master God Diviner nodded. In truth, the two of them had already guessed that it was impossible for Longao to obtain all 12 primal chaos stone tablets at the same time. But in order to not worry, the two of them had still chosen to come. Now, it seemed that Longao wouldn't be able to do so. If that was the case, then the two of them became even more serious. They didn't know where the other primal chaos stone tablets had gone. Chapter 2334. Longao, you don't mind us sensing the soaring dragon realm, right? Saying that he didn't mind was a lie. Longao couldn't do anything about it. With his current situation, he couldn't go against Master Godly Mathematician and the others. Shrugging helplessly, Longao smiled and said, Even if I mind, I can't do anything about it. Master Godly Mathematician and Yi Dugu smiled. Master Godly Mathematician didn't care at all. He released his terrifying aura and began to cover the entire soaring dragon realm. For a star ruler, he could casually cover the entire soaring dragon realm. Master Godly Mathematician was very confident in his aura. If there really was a Chaos Stone tablet in the soaring dragon realm, it wouldn't be able to escape his aura. A full 3 minutes. Master Godly Mathematician retracted his aura and shook his head. He stood up and left with Yi Dugu without a word. In the blink of an eye, they had disappeared without a trace. Seeing the two leave, Longao sneered. Even so, Longao didn't immediately let his grandfather and the others leave the Chaos Palace. Longao didn't hesitate and immediately gave the light Chaos Stone tablet to Bai Ling. Longao, thank you very much. Xiling, you're too polite. Bai Ling is my lover. I will definitely leave the best for her. Bai Ling also knew that Longao had 12 Chaos Stone tablet. So, without hesitation, she immediately devoured the light Chaos Stone tablet. 12 Chaos Stone tablets, Ice and Fire Chaos Stone tablet, Lightning Chaos Stone tablet, Darkness Chaos Stone tablet, Sky Demon Chaos Stone tablet, Black Dragon Chaos Stone tablet, Life Chaos Stone tablet, Power Chaos Stone tablet, Wind and Cloud Chaos Stone tablet, Spirit Chaos Stone tablet, Light Chaos Stone tablet, Mad Blade Chaos Stone tablet, Divine Spear Chaos Stone tablet. Bai Ling devoured the Light Chaos Stone tablet, Yuan devoured the Ice and Fire Chaos Stone tablet, Aoshua devoured the Life Chaos Stone tablet, Long Haosher and Long Ao's parents devoured the Spirit Chaos Stone tablet, Black Dragon Chaos Stone tablet, and Divine Spear Chaos Stone tablet respectively. They devoured 6 Chaos Stone tablet. In other words, Long Ao still had 6 Chaos Stone tablets in his hands. They were the Lightning Chaos Stone tablet, Darkness Chaos Stone Tablet, Sky Demon Chaos Stone Tablet, Strength Chaos Stone Tablet, Wind Cloud Chaos Stone Tablet, and Mad Blade Chaos Stone Tablet. Longao still hadn't thought of who to give the remaining 6 Chaos Stone Tablets to. This problem could be said to be both simple and difficult. 1 month later, Longao made sure that Master God Diviner wouldn't suspect him again before allowing his grandfather and the others to leave the Primal Chaos Palace. However, at this moment, "Grandpa, are you looking for me?" Longao was very curious because, under normal circumstances, his grandfather would not come to find him, because his grandfather also knew that he was very busy. Longhauscher's expression was very solemn. He thought for a moment. "Grandpa, if you have something to say, just say it." Longao was almost certain that if it wasn't something important, his grandfather wouldn't hesitate to speak. What exactly was going on? "Aoer, I heard you say that you obtained a total of 12 Chaos Steels on this trip to the Primordial Plains." "That's right." Towards his grandfather, Longao didn't hide anything at all. He replied truthfully. Why did his grandfather suddenly bring up the 12 Chaos Stone Tablets? Could it be that his grandfather wanted to devour the Chaos Stone Tablets? That shouldn't be possible. After all, the first person Longao gave it to was his grandfather. His grandfather had already devoured the Chaos Stone Tablet. How could he possibly want to devour the other Chaos Stone Tablets? Let me calculate. You've already taken out 6 Chaos Stone Tablet. There are still 6 left. I just want to ask, how do you plan to deal with the remaining Chaos Stone Tablets? He grew increasingly curious. Longao really couldn't understand what his grandfather meant. Why would he suddenly ask about the Chaos Stone Tablet? "Grandpa, I haven't thought of how to deal with the remaining 6 Chaos Stone Tablets yet." "Grandpa, why do you ask?" "Aoer, I know that I shouldn't ask about the Chaos Stone Tablets, but this matter is of great importance. I have to ask clearly. If possible, I hope that you can give the remaining 6 Chaos Stone Tablets to our clansmen. What do you think?" So that was the case. Longao shook his head. "Grandpa, I know what you mean, but I have to tell you that the Chaos Stone Tablets can't be given to whomever I want. I have to find the most suitable person. Only then can I refine the Chaos Stone Tablets to the greatest extent possible and become a ruler of the starry skies." Longhauscher seemed to want to say something, but in the end, he didn't say anything. This was because he knew his grandson's temperament. If he could agree, he wouldn't hesitate at all. He wouldn't refuse in front of everyone. But Longhauscher was still a bit unwilling. If it were anything else, it wouldn't matter. But the Chaos Stone Tablets were the only things he really couldn't bear to part with. If his clansmen could devour the remaining Chaos Stone Tablets, then his clan would become increasingly powerful. In the future, his clan would be invincible. But if someone else devoured the Chaos Stone Tablets and became a ruler of the starry skies, who knew if they would choose to betray the Empire in the future? If they really did betray the Empire, then wouldn't they suffer a double loss? As for his grandfather's worries, how could Longao not know? But he really didn't want the Chaos Stone Tablets to be like this. Because the Chaos Stone Tablets were extremely important. His grandfather, his parents, Aoshuayuin and Bai Ling really didn't have a choice. As for the others, it was a completely different concept. Longao didn't say much, because in this sort of situation, he didn't know what to say. He immediately went to find Murong Yener. Longao had already made up his mind to give Murong Yener a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Among the remaining 6 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, he eventually chose the Heavenly Demon Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. At the end of the day, Longao still felt guilty towards Murong Yener. "Brother Long, is this for me?" The current Murong Yener was no longer the same as before. Not only did her cultivation break through to the 8th level of the starry skies, but she also understood what a Chaos Stone Tablet was and what it meant. From the beginning to the end, Murong Yener never thought that she would one day obtain a Chaos Stone Tablet. This was something she didn't even dare to think about in the past. But now, the Sky Demon Chaos Stone Tablet was placed in front of her. As long as she wanted to, she could devour it at any time. This Chaos Stone Tablet is for you. Hurry up and devour it. Longao said with a smile, his face very gentle. Murong Yener didn't immediately take the Sky Demon Chaos Stone Tablet. Longao didn't know what was going on, so he asked, Yener, what's wrong? Very sad, Murong Yener suppressed the sadness in her heart and said, Brother Long, you know that I don't want the Chaos Stone Tablet. After so many years, I just want to ask Brother Long, why don't you accept me? Do you really not like me? Chapter 23:35. Longao was most afraid of facing this question. Like Yener? It would be a lie to say that he didn't like Yener at all. However, Longao didn't want to accept Murong Yener because he already had 3 women. If he accepted Murong Yener, how could he face the 3 of them? Yener. Before Longao could speak, Murong Yener continued, Brother Long, I know what you are worried about. Sister Bailing, Sister Yuyin, and Sister Aoshua have already agreed. You just need to nod your head. Longao felt a headache coming on. Could it be that he had to continue rejecting her? Before Longao could react, Murong Yener had already rushed over. The following scene could be imagined. The knot in Longao's heart had always been his 3 close female friends. However, things had already come to this. If he continued to reject Murong Yener, not only would it hurt Yener deeply, it would also go against his own heart. To show respect, Longao went to find the 3 of them one by one. Without any suspense, whether it was Yuyin, Aoshua, or Bailing, none of them rejected him. The 3 of them all chose to accept Murong Yener. After successfully obtaining the 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, Longao was very clear that he had to find someone suitable to swallow the tablets in the shortest time possible. Out of the 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, he had already taken out 7 of them. There were only 5 left. Lightning Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Darkness Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Strength Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Wind and Cloud Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, and Mad Blade Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. It wasn't a simple matter to find them. Who should he choose? Thinking about it, Longao couldn't think of a reason. However, Longao quickly locked on to 3 people. One was his big brother, one was his grandfather, and one was Yu Yin's grandfather. Long Ying devoured the Wind Cloud Chaos Tablet, Mu Wanfeng devoured the Darkness Chaos Tablet, and as for Wang Yidao, he devoured the Mad Blade Chaos Tablet. Out of the remaining 5 Chaos Stone Tablets, 3 of them were gone. Only 2 were left. They were the Lightning Chaos Stone Tablet and the Strength Chaos Stone Tablet. This time, Longao was in a dilemma. Because he really didn't know who to give the remaining 2 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets to. As for the other 10 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, in the end, they were all given to his family. It would be a lie to say that he had no selfish motive. It was precisely because of this confidence that Longao was very certain that the remaining 2 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets would definitely be given to his own people. Who should I give it to? In the end, Longao was still prepared to give it to 2 people, Jian Wudi and Yi Ji. As for the 2 of them, Longao was still not completely confident, so he called the 2 of them over. Brother Long, why are you looking for us? Yi Ji didn't say anything. However, the 2 of them were very curious. They didn't know why Longao was looking for them. Yi Ji, as a starry sky immortal, chose to stay mostly because of gratitude and gratitude. Otherwise, Yi Ji would have left long ago. He wouldn't have stayed in Soaring Dragon Empire. How could Longao not know what Yi Ji was thinking? However, after thinking about it, the Lightning and Strength Primal Chaos Stone Tablet seemed to be the most suitable for the 2 of them. The 2 of you, I hope that you will now swear a blood oath. No matter what, you will never betray Soaring Dragon Empire. Furthermore, you will forever be my soaring dragon empire's people. Hearing Longao's words, the two of them were shocked. They didn't know what Longao meant. Why did he want the two of them to swear a blood oath? Not only would they never betray Soaring Dragon Empire, but they would also forever be Soaring Dragon Empire's people. According to their understanding of Longao's character, Longao didn't seem like such a person. What was going on? They couldn't figure it out. Although Jianwudi was an elder of Soaring Dragon Empire, it didn't mean that he was a true Soaring Dragon Empire's people. Although he was friends with Longao, he definitely wouldn't be willing to swear a blood oath to forever be Soaring Dragon Empire's people. This was Longao. If it was someone else, Jianwudi would have already turned hostile. As for Yi Ji, his face was indifferent. Brother Long, forgive me for being blunt. Brother Jian, please speak. Brother Long, you and I are friends. I shouldn't have come to Soaring Dragon Empire. However, forget it, I don't want to say anything else. I just want to say that I joined Soaring Dragon Empire because of our friendship. Now you want me to swear a blood oath, isn't it a bit too much? Was he too much? If it was any other matter, whether this was right or wrong would be unknown. However, the current situation was very special. In front of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, Longao didn't think that his actions were too much. Just as his grandfather was worried, if he handed over the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, the other party would become a Starry Sky Dominator and betray him. Wouldn't that be a loss? It would be a lie to say that he didn't have any selfish motive. Longao knew very well what the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet meant. If he handed it over just like that, he wouldn't feel at ease. Yi Ji smiled and said, Longao, although I don't know what you mean, I don't have the slightest problem. Thank you for avenging me before. I have already said that from then on, my life is yours. After saying that, Yi Ji didn't hesitate and immediately swore a blood oath. Seeing Yi Ji swear a blood oath in front of him, Jianwudi was completely stunned. He couldn't figure it out. Even if Longao helped Yi Ji avenge his father, it was impossible for him to swear such a blood oath. It was too ridiculous. In Jianwudi's view, this was simply impossible because no matter what, Yi Ji was still a Starry Sky immortal. He was only one step away from breaking through the limit. How could he swear such a blood oath? Longao was also a little surprised. He didn't expect Yi Ji to swear such a blood oath so quickly. He looked at Jianwudi. Longao didn't speak because he didn't want to force Jianwudi. Jianwudi was right about one thing. They were still friends. He was willing to give Jianwudi a chance. As for whether Jianwudi was willing to give it to him or not, it didn't depend on him, but on Jianwudi himself. Longao had already thought about it. As long as Jianwudi wasn't willing, he definitely wouldn't give him the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. He could vaguely sense that although Jianwudi treated him as a friend, they weren't brothers. If it wasn't for Jianwudi's master, Jianwudi definitely wouldn't have joined the Soaring Dragon Empire. Jianwudi also understood Longao's meaning. But after thinking about it, he shook his head helplessly and said, Brother Long, if it was anything else, even if it meant accompanying you to death, I wouldn't hesitate to agree. But this is the only thing I can't agree to. This is my principle. I'm sorry. Jianwudi's meaning was clear. He refused without hesitation. Chapter 2336. Since that's the case, Brother Jian, I won't force you. After Jianwudi left, Yi Ji had a face full of curiosity. He asked very doubtfully, Longao, what exactly do you mean? Yi Ji knew very well that Longao wouldn't do this for no reason. There had to be something fishy going on. His intuition told him that something good was about to happen. However, from start to finish, Yi Ji had never imagined that he would obtain a Primal Chaos Tablet. Yi Ji, let's make this short. This time, 12 Primal Chaos Tablets appeared in the Primal Chaos Plane. You should know about this. Of course Yi Ji knew about this. In the past, he had wanted to go to the Primal Chaos Plane to seize a Primal Chaos Tablet, but Longao had stopped him. In order to repay his kindness, Yi Ji hadn't gone. Could it have something to do with this? Yi Ji, I was outside the Primal Chaos Plane at the time. To tell you the truth, the 12 rulers of the universe were all waiting outside. No matter who it was, once they obtained a Primal Chaos Tablet, they would die without question. Yi Ji didn't doubt Longao's words at all, because Longao had no reason to lie to him. If that was really the case, then it was a good thing he hadn't gone. Otherwise, even if he did obtain a Primal Chaos Tablet, the only outcome would probably be death. Just thinking about it made him feel afraid. Yi Ji finally understood why Longao had stopped him from going to the Primal Chaos Plane. It was because the 12 rulers of the universe were waiting outside the Primal Chaos Plane. He was very shocked, because everyone knew that countless years ago, the 12 rulers of the universe had all perished, and they hadn't appeared for many years. Previously, there had been rumors that the rulers of the universe hadn't truly perished. He hadn't believed it, but now it seemed that it was true. As for the matter of the oracle scaring away 2 peak starry sky immortals, aside from Longao and a few others, no one else knew, including Yi Ji. My luck isn't bad. This time, when I entered the Primal Chaos Plane, not only did I obtain a Primal Chaos Tablet, but I also obtained 12 Primal Chaos Tablet. Yi Ji was completely stunned. He couldn't believe it, because he had never imagined that Longao would be able to obtain all the Primal Chaos Tablet. What did this mean? Of course Yi Ji knew what it meant for Longao to obtain 12 Primal Chaos Tablets at the same time. Yi Ji was not a fool. Of course, he knew why Longao wanted him to swear a blood oath. Could it be that Longao was prepared to let him devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? Before Yi Ji could ask, Longao said, Yi Ji, I'm sure you've already guessed. That's right. The reason why I made you and Jianwudi swear a blood oath was because I wanted you to devour the Chaos Stone Tablet. But Jianwudi wasn't willing, so there was nothing I could do. If Jianwudi were to find out about this, who knew how Jianwudi would feel? He would probably regret it to the extreme. Yi Ji was pleasantly surprised. Longao, are you really going to let me devour the Primal Chaos Tablet? He nodded. Yi Ji, I have a total of 12 Primal Chaos Tablet. The Ice and Fire Primal Chaos Tablet, the Lightning Primal Chaos Tablet, the Darkness Primal Chaos Tablet, the Sky Demon Primal Chaos Tablet, the Black Dragon Primal Chaos Tablet, the Life Primal Chaos Tablet, the Strength Primal Chaos Tablet, the Wind and Cloud Primal Chaos Tablet, the Spirit Primal Chaos Tablet, the Light Primal Chaos Tablet, the Mad Blade Primal Chaos Tablet, and the Godly Spear Primal Chaos Tablet. I've thought about it, and found that you are most suited for the Strength Primal Chaos Tablet. Until now, Longao still hadn't been able to sense what grade the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets he had obtained were. This was what Longao was most depressed about. The Strength Primal Chaos Tablet? To Yi Ji, it didn't matter what type of Primal Chaos Tablet it was. As long as he could devour the Primal Chaos Tablet and refine it, then he could become the ruler of the universe. The ruler of the universe, the true overlord of the universe. If he could become the ruler of the universe, he could do anything. Many thanks. Longao didn't hesitate at all. He immediately summoned the Strength Primal Chaos Tablet from within his body. It floated between the two of them. This is the Strength Primal Chaos Tablet? Yes. This was the first time Yi Ji had seen a Primal Chaos Tablet. Because of his excitement, his entire body was shaking. When he thought about how he was about to devour a Primal Chaos Tablet, even now, he still couldn't believe that he would be able to devour a Primal Chaos Tablet. Go ahead. I. After saying go ahead 3 times, Yi Ji still couldn't say it. Without any hesitation, he began to devour the floating Primal Chaos Tablet. This was the so-called Strength Primal Chaos Tablet. It was still the same sentence. Yi Ji didn't care what type of Primal Chaos Tablet it was. As long as he could devour it and refine it, that would be the greatest gift. Longao arranged a secret place for Yi Ji. He directly listed it as a forbidden area. Of the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets, 11 had already been given away. Only the Lightning Primal Chaos Tablet was left. Originally, the Lightning Primal Chaos Tablet was left for Jian Wudi. However, Jian Wudi wasn't willing to swear a blood oath. It seemed like he would have to find someone else to devour the Lightning Primal Chaos Tablet. In the courtyard. Originally, Longao was sitting alone, quietly drinking tea. At this time, Xiling walked in and said, "You really have a lot of free time. This time, you obtained 12 Primal Chaos Tablet. Luckily, the clairvoyant didn't sense them. Otherwise, you would be in big trouble." Xiling didn't expect Longao to be able to hide the 12 Primal Chaos Tablet. Even the clairvoyant didn't sense them. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he wouldn't have believed it. Longao smiled and said, "I have full confidence in my Primal Chaos Tablet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to hide them from the clairvoyant. No matter what, this time, it was scary but not dangerous." Longao was very curious. He didn't know why Xiling had suddenly come looking for him. Did something happen? Before Longao could ask, Xiling spoke first. "Longao, I came here today to ask for your help. Please speak. As long as I can help, I won't refuse." Longao was very surprised. In all this time, Xiling had never asked him for anything. This seemed to be the first time. Longao was very grateful to Xiling. If it weren't for Xiling, he wouldn't have reached where he was today. Because of this, Longao had already decided that no matter what it was, as long as he could help, he wouldn't refuse. Xiling looked like he wanted to say something, but he hesitated. It seemed like there was something he couldn't say. "Xiling, if you have something to say, just say it." Xiling nodded and said, "Longao, I want to ask if you still have the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets you obtained." What did Xiling mean by this? Longao was very curious. Chapter 23:37. Could it be that Xiling wanted to devour another Primal Chaos Tablet? That didn't seem very likely. Xiling himself had already devoured the Sword Intent Tablet. Of the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets he had, there didn't seem to be any more suitable for Xiling than the Sword Intent Tablet. Since that was the case, what did Xiling mean by this? Longao was confused. Seeing that Longao wasn't speaking, Xiling finally said, "Longao, I want to ask you to help me with something. I know what it is." Without waiting for Xiling to finish speaking, Longao already said, "There's no harm in saying it directly." The more it was like this, the more Longao felt that something was amiss. He had never seen Xiling act like this before. What was going on? "Longao, I want to ask for a Primal Chaos Tablet for Che-Yiman. I don't know if that's possible." So that's what it was. Longao was very surprised, because he really hadn't imagined that Xiling would ask for a Primal Chaos Tablet for his disciple. If it were anything else, Longao wouldn't hesitate at all. Only Primal Chaos Tablets were the most terrifying cosmic artifacts in the universe. If Xiling wanted a Primal Chaos Tablet and devoured it himself, Longao wouldn't have any problems either. But now, his face was very serious, because Longao's Primal Chaos Tablet was meant for his own people. But Xiling had already asked. Could he really refuse? "Xiling, tell me what you mean." Longao knew that Xiling wouldn't say such things for no reason. He had to have his own reasons. Thinking of this, Longao didn't immediately refuse Xiling. Xiling said, "Longao, I trust that you know Che-Yiman's talent better than I do. If Che-Yiman is able to devour a Primal Chaos Tablet, there is a very high chance that she will be able to refine it. At that time, Che-Yiman will definitely become a ruler of the universe. For both you and me, this will be very beneficial. Talent? To Longao, this was not a reason. Because to Longao, talented people were everywhere. Even people who were more amazing than Che Yimin could be found everywhere. Che Yimin was Xilinx's disciple, but she wasn't his disciple, nor was she one of his people. Handing over a primal chaos stone tablet just like that wasn't too likely. It was still the same sentence. If he handed over the primal chaos stone tablet, and Che Yimin became the ruler of the universe, then betrayed him, wouldn't he be digging his own grave? Xiling didn't say anything either. This was because she knew very well that this matter was a little difficult to bring up. After all, she knew very well what the primal chaos stone tablet signified. Xiling, have you decided? I just came to ask for your opinion. The primal chaos stone tablet was not obtained by Xiling, so he could not casually make decisions about it. Xiling knew that in the future, only two people would be able to fight for supremacy in the universe. One was the clairvoyant and the other was Longao. Others might not know, but how could she not know? Longao's non-elemental primal chaos stone tablet was definitely a high-level primal chaos stone tablet. Once he truly grasped the power within it, then, the clairvoyant and Longao would truly be undefeatable existences. In front of a high-level ruler of the universe, whether it was a low-level or mid-level ruler of the universe, it was all nonsense. Longao thought for a while, then said, letting Che Yimin devour the lightning primal chaos stone tablet is no problem at all, but I have a request. Hearing Longao agree, Xiling's heart was filled with joy, but more than that, she felt gratitude. Because she knew very well that Longao's primal chaos stone tablet would definitely not be given to Che Yimin. The reason Longao had agreed was purely to give her face. Using the primal chaos stone tablet to give her face, this was a huge favor. Xiling, with our friendship, I don't need to be so polite. The meaning of the primal chaos stone tablet, I believe you know better than I do. I can't give it to an outsider for free. Then what do you mean? Che Yimin swears a blood oath that she will forever be a member of the Soaring Dragon Empire. Moreover, she must choose to submit to you. Without any surprise, Xiling had already guessed that Longao would do this. The primal chaos stone tablet was of great importance. For Longao to give Che Yimin a primal chaos stone tablet was already an inconceivable matter. This request wasn't too much. Yimin, come out. Che Yimin definitely couldn't hear their conversation. From start to finish, Che Yimin didn't know what they were talking about. However, she was certain that the topic they were talking about was related to her. Otherwise, her master wouldn't have let her come. What was it about? Master, master. Che Yimin was very respectful. She was very clear about the strength and status of the two people. Especially her master, who was actually the overlord of the vast starry sky, the ruler of the starry sky. Until now, Che Yimin was still a little confused. She never thought that she would one day have a ruler of the starry sky as her master. All of this was thanks to one person, and that was Longao in front of her. Because of this, Che Yimin was very grateful to Longao. Xiling nodded. He seemed to dote on his disciple. This was something that Longao could see. Yimin, now there is an opportunity that will be of great help to you. However, Master Long has already said that if you want to get this opportunity, you must swear a blood oath that you will forever serve the Soaring Dragon Empire. Moreover, you must choose to submit to me. Ah, what did that mean? Although she respected the two of them, Che Yimin was also very clear about what her master had just said. If that was the case, she would become a slave of the Soaring Dragon Empire for generations to come. What kind of opportunity was it that required such a price? However, Che Yimin wasn't a fool. She was very clear that if Master Long and her master personally said so, this opportunity must be no small matter. Otherwise, with the strength and status of the two people, how could they make her swear a blood oath and choose to submit to them? This was completely nonsense. What kind of opportunity was it? Che Yimin couldn't think of it because even if she was beaten to death, she would never have thought that the temptation her master and Master Long would give out would be the Chaos Stone Tablet. If she knew, she believed that Che Yimin wouldn't even think about it and directly agree because this opportunity to her was like a pie falling from the sky. Unfortunately, Che Yimin didn't know. Would Che Yimin choose to give up like Jian Wudi? If that was the case, if Che Yimin knew about this, she would probably regret it to death. You're not willing? Master Long, I want to ask, what exactly is this opportunity? I can't tell you yet. Longao deliberately said this. He wanted to see if Che Yimin was willing to do so. If he could choose to compromise, then the Lightning Chaos Stone Tablet wouldn't give Che Yimin the opportunity and would directly give it to Jian Wudi. Longao wanted to be absolutely prepared just in case. After all, the Chaos Stone Tablet was too powerful. P.S. Last month, I was treated for an illness for a month. My lumbar muscles were strained because I sat in front of the computer for a long time. Yesterday, I went for a checkup and my condition was considered stable. However, I can't update like before. However, from today onwards, I will try my best to update. At least 3 to 5 chapters a day. If I have time, I will update more. Chapter 2338. Xiling didn't say anything, but his meaning was clear. Che Yimin was completely depressed. What did Master and Master Long mean by this? Her expression changed again. Reject? Or agree? For a moment, Che Yimin didn't know what to do. Because in the end, Che Yimin didn't want to do this. If she did, she would be completely subservient. Che Yimin wasn't the only one who wouldn't do this. Jian Wudi was the best example. Longao shook his head. Xiling understood what he meant. Xiling's expression didn't look too good either. She had thickened her skin to ask Che Yimin for the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. As long as Che Yimin nodded, she could easily obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. To Che Yimin, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But the result? Che Yimin didn't live up to expectations. After so long, she still didn't agree. Che Yimin was thinking. Xiling didn't say anything, because she knew that Longao was testing Che Yimin. Success or failure depended on this. As time slowly passed, Longao's expression began to show impatience, but more than that, it was disappointment. Xiling's face was also filled with disappointment. This was his disciple? This was his most beloved disciple? This was the Che Yimin who had shamelessly asked Longao for the Chaos Stone Tablet. She wanted to fulfill her disciple's wish? Was it worth it for him to do this? Master Long, she waved her hand. Before Che Yimin could reply, Longao had already stopped her. He smiled and said, "Everyone has their own aspirations. If you don't agree, we can understand." Without giving Che Yimin any chance to speak, Longao continued, "Xiling, what do you think?" Xiling was helpless. He said helplessly, "She didn't live up to expectations. She can't blame anyone." Longao didn't say anything else. He sat down again, picked up the teacup on the table, and began to slowly drink his tea. "Master, let's go." Longao's face was filled with helplessness as he watched the master and disciple gradually disappear. Originally, he had planned to give Xiling face and let Che Yimin devour the last Lightning Chaos Stone Tablet. But unexpectedly, Che Yimin chose to give up like Jian Wudi. That was how humans were. The opportunity was clearly in front of him, but he didn't grasp it properly. Take Yi Ji for example. He had promised Longao that he would devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. As long as nothing unexpected happened, Yi Ji would become the new ruler of the universe. In the distance, Che Yimin looked at her master who had been silent all the way and muttered in her heart. Could it be that she had made the wrong choice this time? However, Che Yimin did not regret it. No matter how big the opportunity was, asking him to choose to submit to the Soaring Dragon Empire and swear a blood oath to serve for generations to come was a bit too much. Yimin sigh. Seeing her master in such a state, Che Yimin muttered in her heart. He had a bad premonition. Che Yimin was very clear about her master's strength and identity. To be able to make her master like this, it seemed like the conditions that Master Long offered were really terrifying. Master, I'm willing. Willing? Xiling helplessly shook his head and said, You're willing to eat it now. Yimin, do you know that if you had agreed to Master Long's conditions, then in the future, you could have reached my level? It's a pity. At this point, Xiling did not continue speaking. But the meaning of his words was very clear. Che Yimin was not an idiot. She instantly understood what her master meant. She had also heard about the Primal Chaos Plane. Rumors. 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets had appeared in the Primal Chaos Plane. But because of Master Long's orders, no matter who it was, no one was allowed to step into the Primal Chaos Plane. Only Master Long himself had entered the Primal Chaos Plane. Following the collapse of the Primal Chaos Plane, everyone thought that the remaining Primal Chaos Stone Tablets would automatically disappear. Because the matter of Longao devouring a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was no longer a secret. Could it be that Master Long himself did not devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, but wanted her to devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? That seemed a little too ridiculous. Humans were selfish, including Master Long. Even if she did not devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, she would not casually hand it over. Instead, she would give it to her family to devour. That was the most logical thing to do. But Che Yimin was very clear that her master would not lie to her. Besides, her master and Master Long's attitude just now seemed to be that apart from this, there was nothing else. Now that she thought about it, if it had been anything else, the two of them would not have made her swear a blood oath and pledge allegiance to them forever. Unless it was the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Because Master Long was afraid that she would devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet and become the ruler of the stars, then betray the Soaring Dragon Empire. So he made this move first. That must be it. If that was really the case, then wouldn't it mean that she had wasted a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? If she could really devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet and become the ruler of the stars, then even if she chose to pledge allegiance to them, so what? After all, if Master Long and Master released such an opportunity, she believed that countless people would choose to accept. Thinking of this, Che Yimin was extremely regretful. Master, I beg you, I am willing to swear a blood oath and pledge allegiance to you forever. I hope you can talk to Master Long again. The situation was already clear. If Che Yimin still could not think of it, then she would be an idiot. Such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Che Yimin of course did not want to give it up. She was very clear that she could not even talk to Master Long. No matter what, she was the one who gave up this opportunity. She could only blame herself. Xiling however shook his head and said helplessly, Yimin, even if I go to Master Long now, do you think you can still get this opportunity? Definitely not. Even if she encountered this opportunity, she probably would not have accepted it. But would she give up just like that? She was not willing, she was not willing. Master, forget it, the opportunity was given to you. It's you who didn't grasp it. Yimin, your talent is not bad. With my help, it won't be hard for you to become a peak universe immortal. For you, this is not bad. Xiling clearly did not want to say more. This was not her fault. It was Yimin who chose to give up. She had already tried her best. If she went to Longao again, even if Longao didn't mind, she would hate herself. Especially the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet thing, she really could not bring herself to say it. Seeing her master turn and leave, Che Yimin clenched her fists tightly. She was not willing to give up. Che Yimin knew her master would not continue to help her. She could only rely on herself. She could only find Master Long herself. Chapter 2339. In the courtyard, Longao closed his eyes to rest, quietly basking in the sun. Even when Che Yimin entered the courtyard, Longao didn't open his eyes. Master Long slowly opening his eyes, Longao asked, "What's the matter?" Respectfully, Che Yimin said embarrassedly, "Master Long, about what happened just now, I went back and thought about it. I am willing to make a blood oath and pledge allegiance to the Soaring Dragon Empire." Longao had already guessed that at this moment, Che Yimin definitely knew about the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. The more so, the more unwilling he was to give it to Che Yimin. This person couldn't do it. This was Longao's evaluation of Che Yimin. "Did your master ask you to come?" "No." As expected, Longao had already guessed that Che Yimin had already chosen to give up. Xiling wouldn't come back and wouldn't mention this matter again. Longao had a good impression of Che Yimin before, but now, no matter what, he wouldn't give it to her. "Yimin, I don't want to talk about other things. I still have things to do." Without even giving Che Yimin a chance to speak, Longao had already ordered her to leave. Che Yimin had already guessed that this would happen. She wanted to speak a few times, but in the end, she endured it and turned to leave. In the distance, looking at the courtyard in the distance, Che Yimin's face became darker and darker. She coldly said, "Longao, you are heartless. Don't blame me for being unjust." The more Che Yimin thought about it, the angrier she got. She only hesitated for a moment and didn't make too many mistakes. Why did he have to kill her with a stick? She didn't even have a chance. People were just so cheap. Longao clearly gave her a chance, but she didn't grasp it. Now, she even hated Longao. The last remaining Chaos Stone Tablet, Longao felt a headache. But in the end, he still locked onto one person. That was Heifeng, this good brother he met in the vast starry sky. In the courtyard. "Master, are you looking for me?" "Heifeng, I'm going to make you swear a blood oath to be a member of the Soaring Dragon Empire for the rest of your life. Are you willing?" What did Longao mean by this? Heifeng was a little confused, because this was not Longao's style. However, he did not ask any questions. Heifeng immediately swore a blood oath, because in his opinion, he was a citizen of the Soaring Dragon Empire anyway. Whether he swore a blood oath or not, he was the same person. Moreover, with his relationship with Longao, it was impossible for Longao to harm him. Longao was also a little surprised. He didn't expect Heifeng to make such a blood oath without even thinking about it. Longao smiled. If he didn't help such a friend, it would be a little unkind of him. He didn't say anything else. "Blackwind, when the Primal Chaos Plane opened, I obtained a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. You can devour a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet." Huh? Was this for real? Hearing Longao's words, Heifeng was completely shocked, because he knew what devouring a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet meant. If he could really devour a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, wouldn't he be able to become a Starry Sky ruler in the future? A Starry Sky ruler, the most terrifying existence in the vast universe. This happiness came too suddenly, and Heifeng was a little unable to accept it. It was like a meat pie suddenly fell from the sky, and Heifeng was stunned. In front of Longao, a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet floated. It was the last of the 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, the Lightning Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. This was a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? "Master, this." "Heifeng, remember, this is my trust in you." Since he had already said this, Heifeng did not continue. He nodded heavily and directly devoured the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. If it was something else, Heifeng might not care about it. Only the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. The temptation of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was too great, because Heifeng was very clear what it meant for him to devour it. After Heifeng obtained the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, he immediately went into closed-door cultivation. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. A piece of news quickly spread through the vast universe. The moment the news came out, it shocked the entire universe. In the Primal Chaos Plane, Longao had not only obtained a Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, but he had also obtained other Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. In other words, Longao had a total of 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. What sort of concept was this? It was no secret that Longao had obtained Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Furthermore, he had obtained 2 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. However, one of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets had already left on its own. Longao had obtained 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. When did this happen? Soaring Dragon Empire, Great Hall. Everyone was gathered together, and their faces were very serious. This was because everyone knew that someone had done this on purpose. They wanted to kill Longao. Just who was this person? How could he be so vicious? Longao had a nonchalant look on his face because he had already guessed that this would be the case. Not to mention that he had indeed obtained the 12 Chaos Stone Tablets. Even if he hadn't, he believed that someone would deliberately frame him. The most important thing was whether or not someone would choose to believe him. This was the most important thing. The first person to speak was Jian Wudi. He seemed to have forgotten everything that had happened before. From the beginning to the end, Jian Wudi did not know that he had wanted to devour the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Otherwise, he would have regretted it to death. Master, this time, someone deliberately spread the news to deal with you and the Empire. We have to find this person as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will be in big trouble. Why should I care? This matter ends here. Longao stood up and left. At this time, a terrifying aura came from outside, causing everyone's expression to change. However, Longao did not care. He took a step forward and disappeared without a trace. Soaring Dragon Realm. The person who had come was none other than Long Mie, the so-called reincarnation Starry Sky ruler. Long Mie was one of the 12 Starry Sky rulers. His reincarnation Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was a mid-level Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Ever since the God Diviner had removed the power of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet for no reason, Long Mie had been in seclusion, hoping to break through to the Starry Sky ruler realm as soon as possible. He had never imagined that Longao would obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, and 12 of them at that. The others would not believe it, but only Long Mie. Long Mie understood Longao too well. There would be no waves without wind. This time, the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet was a little too strange. If someone had not done it on purpose, how could the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet collapse for no reason? Long Mie could not think of a second person besides Longao. Indeed, Long Mie immediately came out of seclusion to see if Longao had obtained the 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. If he could obtain them, he could create his own army of Starry Sky rulers. Chapter 2340. Long Mie, what's the meaning of this? Seeing Long Mie descend, Longao's expression turned cold. If it were anyone else, he wouldn't be afraid. Only Long Mie, who had been with him for so long, must have suspected that he had the 12 Chaos Tablets. If that was the case, things would be troublesome. Longao, let's not beat around the bush. I know very well what kind of person you are. If nothing unexpected happens during your trip to the Primal Chaos Plane, you must have obtained 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. As the saying goes, those who see it have a share. How about we split the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet? Half each. Long Mie's appetite was really big. He actually wanted half of the Chaos Tablet. That was the so-called 6 Chaos Tablet. He cursed in his heart. Long Mie's cultivation base had recovered to Star Sky Legend. He was only one step away from Star Sky Immortal. That was indeed the case. Longao heaved a sigh of relief. He knew very well that if Long Mie regained his peak as the ruler of the Samsara Starry Sky, he and the entire empire would be no match for him. Longao was still very confident in fighting Star Sky Legends. You're not willing? I didn't get the 12 Chaos Tablet. Hearing this, Longmia laughed. Longao, it's fine if you deceive others, but do you think you can deceive me? I know best what kind of person you are. I don't need to tell you how great your abilities are. What do you think? Longao was very curious. He didn't know why Longmia was so sure that he had the 12 Chaos Tablet. Longao, if you don't hand over the 6 Chaos Tablets, you know the consequences. I don't need to tell you this. This time, he was determined to get the Chaos Tablets no matter what. Draconic Destroyer knew very well that if he could get his hands on the 12 Chaos Stone Tablets, he would be able to create 12 rulers of the universe. If that was the case, he would be able to dominate the entire universe in the future. Even the Oracle would have to give him some respect. Thinking of this, how could Longmia give up so easily? What right do you have? Without giving Longmia a chance to speak, Longao continued, Longmia, if you had recovered your peak strength, I might have been wary of you. However, why don't we have a go at you now? Before Draconic Annihilation could speak, Longao stretched out his right hand and held it tightly, mastering the starry sky. In just an instant, the space around Dragon Annihilation began to shatter, and spatial cracks appeared. Dragon Annihilation already knew that Longao could control the starry sky and shatter it, so he wasn't surprised at all. If it were any other starry sky legend, even if they could resist, they would suffer a great loss. However, Draconic Annihilation's situation was completely different. His body unleashed a terrifying reincarnation power, crazily covering the surrounding space. The power of reincarnation collided with the spatial crack. It was still unknown who was stronger. They collided fiercely. In the end, the power of reincarnation and the power of the spatial rift were evenly matched. Ha ha ha, Longao, I'm going to flatten your soaring dragon empire today. Leave no one alive. Just as Longmia was about to attack, an axe suddenly appeared in Longao's hand. It was the Chaos Axe. Even Longmia didn't recognize the starry sky divine weapon in Longao's hand. Just you. Longao didn't say much nonsense, but he didn't use the Chaos Axe. He knew that if the battle continued, it would be a devastating blow to the Empire. The plan now was to leave the Empire first. Of course, Longmia knew what Longao meant. He wanted to take advantage of the opportunity in the Empire to make Longao hesitate. After all, Longmia was also a little afraid of Longao. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done this. Longao wanted to leave the Soaring Dragon Empire for the battle. Longmia wanted to stay in the Soaring Dragon Empire for the battle. With Longmia's current starry sky legendary strength, it should be very easy to destroy the Soaring Dragon Empire. However, the result shocked Longmia. Xilinx's figure appeared and joined forces with Longao to deal with Longmia. Even if Longmia didn't want to leave the Soaring Dragon Empire, he could only retreat step by step. Soon, Longmia was forced out of the Soaring Dragon Empire by the two of them. Longmia was depressed because he knew that it would be difficult to deal with the combined might of Longao and Xilinx with his own strength. However, in order to get the 12 Chaos Stone Tablets, Longmia gritted his teeth and continued to fight. Xilinx, are you really going to fall out with me for Longao? Longmia was furious to the extreme. He never thought that Longao and Xilinx had such a good relationship. For Longao, Xilinx didn't hesitate to fight with him. If this was in the past, it would be almost impossible. What was the relationship between Longao and Xilinx? Were they relatives? That shouldn't be possible. Xilinx sneered and said coldly, Longmia, from now on, you'd better not cross the line. Otherwise, you and I will fight to the death. Fight to the death? Longmia was very shocked because he never would have thought that Violet Spirit would not only completely fall out with him for the sake of a Longao, but also not rest until one of them was dead. Unless it was absolutely necessary, no ruler of stars would be willing to do this. Even the 12 of them back then didn't do this. Longmia looked at the two people in front of him and his face changed again and again, becoming increasingly gloomy. Xiling, it seems that you are determined to be my enemy. If I'm not wrong, Longao must have given you enough benefit. I want to hear how many Chaos Stone tablets Longao gave you to make you risk your life. Violet Spirit sneered and scoffed, you really can't change your old habits. I've already said it, if you dare to come here again, I will definitely send you back into the cycle of reincarnation. It would be a lie to say that he wasn't afraid. Even Draconic Extinction was afraid of being reincarnated again. He knew very well that if he entered the path of reincarnation again, it would be very difficult for him to continue refining the primal chaos tablets when the other rulers of Star Sky returned to their peak strength. If Xiling really chose to fight to the death, then even Longmia would be very wary and wouldn't dare act rashly. Longao smiled and said, Longmia, I can tell you clearly that whether or not I get the Chaos Stone tablets has nothing to do with you. You'd better get out of here. Don't piss me off. Even if I have to risk my life, I will make you die. Believe it or not, it's up to you. Longmia was well aware of Longao's abilities. Chapter 23:41. If he recovered his strength as a star ruler, he wouldn't be afraid. But now, at most, he could recover to star ruler level. If Longao and Xiling chose to fight each other, he wouldn't be able to deal with them. At this moment, Yi Ji's figure suddenly appeared. As a star ruler, Yi Ji could definitely kill Longmia. Star ruler? Seeing the sudden appearance of the star ruler, Longmia's face grew darker and darker. If this continued, he wouldn't be able to gain anything. Longao, if I tell all the star rulers about this, what do you think will happen? How could Longao not know what Longmia meant? However, he didn't care at all. He said nonchalantly, do as you wish. I'll be waiting for all the star rulers here. Longao was very confident. Only Longmia would believe him. Would the others believe him? What a joke. If the godly mathematician and the others believed him, they would have already arrived. The more Longao acted like this, the angrier Longmia became. If he had known this would happen, he would have cut the weeds and eliminated the roots to save himself the trouble. Longmia knew he had miscalculated. When he chose Longao, he never would have thought that Longao would grow to this stage and even escape his control. Longao, if I hadn't chosen you, you wouldn't have reached this stage. Thank you. Longao didn't deny this. If Long-En hadn't chosen him, he wouldn't have risen so quickly. Perhaps he would still be the trash of Scarlet Fire Town, mocked by everyone. However, Draconic Annihilation had always been plotting against him. If it weren't for his luck, he would have either perished or been completely controlled by Draconic Annihilation. There was no absolute right or wrong in this world. Longao, I don't need your thanks. I just need half of the Chaos Tablet. Give them to me and I'll leave immediately. How about it? Longmia knew that the current situation wasn't very favorable for him. Even if he continued to stay, it would be an extremely difficult task to obtain all the Chaos Tablet. In this situation, it was better to first obtain half of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. As for the remaining 6, he would think of a way to obtain them in the future. How could Longao and the other 2 not understand the meaning of Dragon Annihilation? Extremely shameless. Without putting in any effort at all, he wanted to obtain the 6 Chaos Stone Tablets for free. Dragon Annihilation was truly shameless. Xiling laughed and said mockingly, Dragon Destroyer, you are as shameless as ever. I feel ashamed for you. How did someone like you manage to swallow the Chaos Tablet? It is so sad that the Chaos Tablets are so pathetic. He ignored Xiling. This was not the right time to fall out with Xiling. The most important thing was to obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. That was the most important thing. Longao, if I don't get what I want, I will keep waiting outside. You should know the consequences. Assassination. Sneak attack. A space ruler's assassination and sneak attack. Even if Dragon Annihilation was only a space legend, it was still a destructive blow to the soaring Dragon Empire. Because Longao knew very well that he couldn't protect his empire all the time. There would be a time when he would fail. When that time came, he didn't even dare to think about it. Longao's expression was very ugly. Because his family was his bottom line. No matter who it was, no one could touch his bottom line. If it was anyone else, Longao would definitely destroy them. How could he leave any trouble for himself? He would cut the weeds and eliminate the root. But Dragon Annihilation's situation was very special. Although Dragon Annihilation was only a space legend, he was still a space ruler. It wasn't easy for him to destroy Dragon Annihilation. To kill Dragon Annihilation, he had to do one thing first. That was to completely destroy the Chaos Tablet inside Dragon Annihilation's body, which was the so-called Reincarnation Chaos Tablet. Was it possible to destroy the Reincarnation Chaos Tablet? It was almost impossible. Longao didn't have the slightest bit of confidence. Yi Ji and Xiling on the side, of course, knew that Longao was depressed and angry. If Dragon Annihilation really did that, things would be very troublesome. What should they do? The only way was to completely seal Dragon Annihilation. That way, even if they couldn't destroy Dragon Annihilation, it would be impossible for Dragon Annihilation to assassinate or sneak attack the soaring Dragon Empire. Xiling looked at Longao, and Longao looked at Xiling. In an instant, both of them understood each other's intentions. Dragon Annihilation, it seems like you want to fight to the death with me. Dragon Annihilation wasn't a fool. Of course, he knew what Longao and Xiling meant at this time. If the two of them insisted on killing him, then even he would have a hard time dealing with them. If it were anything else, Dragon Annihilation wouldn't be so stubborn. Only the Chaos Tablet, Dragon Annihilation was determined to get it. Even if he had to pay a high price, he had to get it. And it wasn't just one Chaos Tablet, it was 12 Chaos Tablet. So what if they had a falling out? Longao, why don't you and I each attack and see who wins in the end? Humph, if you want to seal me, then let's see if you have the strength to do so. What a joke. If it was the Oracle or Xiling, who had already refined the Sword Chaos Tablet and become the Star Dominator, then perhaps they could do it. But now, could Longao and Xiling do it? Without a doubt they couldn't. Xiling's situation was no different from his. That was why Dragon Annihilation was very afraid of Xiling, but he wouldn't give up so easily. Both sides were in a deadlock. You look at me, I look at you. Everyone's face was very dignified. No one was willing to shed all pretenses of cordiality unless it was absolutely necessary. Although both sides had reached a situation where it was either you die or I die, at this time, no one was willing to lose both sides. What should they do? One didn't want to hand over the Chaos Tablet, the other didn't want to give up. They were in a deadlock. At this time, Xiling suddenly said, Longao, what are you waiting for? Attack now. Xiling, Yi Ji, and Longao didn't hesitate. The three of them knew very well that the longer they delayed, the more disadvantageous it would be for them. The plan now was to seal Dragon Annihilation, then find a way to destroy the Reincarnation Tablet and kill him. Ha 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 ha, Longao, you're courting death. Dragon Annihilation didn't expect that Xiling and Longao would choose to attack in this situation. They really didn't know what was good for them. Even if he wasn't a match for the three of them, when it came to leaving, no one could stop him except for the Oracle. Chapter 2342. They did not waste any more time. Longao, Xiling, and Yi Ji rushed towards Long Shui with all their might. Their speed soared to the extreme. Long Mie did not plan to stay. He knew very well that it was almost impossible for him to fight the three of them alone. In the end, He might really be sealed here. As long as he left, Longao would have no choice but to submit to assassinations or sneak attacks in the future. Regarding Long Mie's meaning, how could Longao three people not know? That was exactly what he meant. The three of them attacked Long Mie frantically, hoping to keep him here. In the end, Long Mie still managed to escape. Longao's face was gloomy as he watched Long Mie leave. He did not know when Long Mie would appear. He could not guard everyone in the family. If he missed someone, the consequences would be unimaginable. What should he do? Longao, we're in big trouble now. If Long Mie assassinates or sneaks attacks behind our backs, he will find an opportunity unless we guard here all the time. Regarding Purple Spirit's worries, how could Longao not know? This was also what Longao was most worried about. Long Mie was too powerful. Although he was only a legend of the starry sky, no one knew when he would continue to break through or even regain the strength of a starry sky dominator. Xiling, what should we do now? Longao did not have a good idea at this time. The three of them returned to the soaring dragon empire, each of their faces more solemn than the other. Under such circumstances, Xiling and Yi Ji did not continue to cultivate in seclusion. As for the matter of Long Mie, other than the three of them, Longao did not alert anyone else. The situation was very special. Even if everyone was alerted, it would not have any effect. Xiling thought for a while and said, Longao, we don't have a good way to stop Long Mie at this time. Unless we seal him or kill him, we can't do either. Purple Spirit could also be considered to be extremely depressed. She never thought that Long Mie, the starry sky dominator, would be so shameless. Sneak attack? Assassination? If it had been anyone else, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But as the ruler of starry sky, doing such a thing was shameless to the extreme. However, if Long Mie wanted to be so shameless, there was nothing they could do. Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Everything was caused by the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Draconic Annihilation was so confident because of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet in his body. Everyone knew that as long as the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet wasn't destroyed, Draconic Annihilation was an undying existence. However, it was still the same. It was simply impossible to completely destroy the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. What should he do? No matter how he thought about it, Longao couldn't think of a good idea. Standing up, Longao said, I'm going to find the oracle. If there had been another way, Xiling would have stopped Longao. She wouldn't have allowed Longao to find the clairvoyant, because she knew what it would mean if Longao went to find the clairvoyant. But now, all Xiling said was to be careful. Longao nodded. With a stride forward, his entire figure had already disappeared from the spot. Longao's speed was extremely fast. After 2 hours, he had already arrived at the Sky Martial Continent from the Soaring Dragon Empire, and smoothly entered. Longao knew that this was because the clairvoyant had allowed him to enter. Otherwise, let alone him, even the other rulers of the starry sky wouldn't necessarily be able to enter. In the outer sea, within the Crystal Palace, Longao, what are you doing here? The clairvoyant asked, even though he already knew the answer. Perhaps others didn't know what had happened, but how could the clairvoyant not know? However, Longao didn't expose him. Without the slightest hesitation, he told the clairvoyant everything that had happened. Where are the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets in your body? The clairvoyant didn't doubt him at all. If Longao had 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets in his body, and if the Soaring Dragon Realm had 12 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, it would be impossible to hide from him. I won't hide it from Senior. The Primal Chaos Stone Tablets in my body left on their own not long ago. A trace of disappointment and helplessness appeared on Longao's face. The clairvoyant was also very surprised. According to his calculations, if Longao had obtained the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets, then he would definitely be able to refine them and become the ruler of the starry sky. Why was that? Could his calculations have been wrong? The clairvoyant was extremely confident in his calculations. There was almost no way he would be wrong. What was going on? You want me to go find the clairvoyant? Correct. The clairvoyant thought for a moment, then said, That's not a problem. However, Longao, I trust you know that there's no such thing as a free lunch in this world. I've always helped you, so if I need your help in the future, I hope you can help me as well. How about it? No problem. Longao didn't even need to think about it. He was very clear that as long as he and the clairvoyant weren't mortal enemies, there wouldn't be any problems. The clairvoyant didn't hesitate in the slightest. He naturally knew how serious this matter was. He was well aware of Long Shui's situation. For a ruler of the starry sky to shamelessly attempt an assassination was truly troublesome. Otherwise, Longao wouldn't have come to find him. As for Longao, he didn't leave the Martial Heaven continent. No matter what, this was the plane he had always been on. It would be a lie to say that he didn't have any feelings for it. The current Martial Heaven continent had completely changed. The 10-directional cauldron no longer existed. Following the disappearance of the Heaven and Earth Gate and the Dragon Valley, the new 10-directional cauldron was rapidly rising. However, compared to the old 10-directional cauldron, it wasn't even worth mentioning. However, the current Longao wasn't the same as before. The current situation of the Martial Heaven continent had nothing to do with him. If the current Longao wanted to dominate the Martial Heaven continent, other than the clairvoyant, he would be an unrivaled existence. Before he knew it, Longao had arrived at Scarlet Flame Town. Scarlet Flame Town was his starting point. Back then, he had encountered Longing here and rapidly risen. In truth, according to normal circumstances, he should be thanking Long Shui. Without Long Shui's choice, he wouldn't have his current accomplishments. Scarlet Flame Town, the Long family's courtyard. The Long family's courtyard was now a forbidden zone. Because of Longao, the entire Scarlet Flame Town had become a forbidden zone of the Martial Heaven continent. Let alone ordinary people, even the 10-directional cauldron didn't dare to rashly provoke Scarlet Flame Town. Strictly speaking, they didn't dare to touch the Long family. Although the Long family's people had disappeared, their deterrence was still there. No one dared to come. Longao stood in front of his own house. His entire person was in an extremely calm state. Chapter 2343. Who is that person? You actually dare to stand in front of the Long family's courtyard. You really don't know the meaning of death. Gradually, there were many people watching in the surroundings because none of them were fools. Of course, they knew that this person standing in front of the Long family's courtyard so calmly was definitely not an ordinary person. Could this person be from the Long family? Right at this moment, Longao's body suddenly emitted a terrifying aura, which instantly enveloped the entire Scarlet Fire Town. Everyone was pleasantly surprised when they felt the sudden arrival of the aura. Longao did this on purpose. With his current strength, it would be a piece of cake for him to bestow favors upon these people. The Scarlet Fire Town was not considered very strong in the Sky Martial continent. If it was not for the deterrence of the Long family, the Scarlet Fire Town would have been destroyed long ago. How could it have lasted for so long? It was precisely because of Longao's all-out help that the cultivation of everyone in the Scarlet Fire Town was madly skyrocketing. In just a few minutes, among all these people, if they weren't Supreme Tao warriors, then they were Nirvana warriors. The entire Red Fire Town had several 100,000 people. So many Supreme Tao warriors and Nirvana warriors, what kind of concept was this? Longao disappeared. From beginning to end, no one knew what had happened. The next day, this news had already spread throughout the Martial Heaven continent. The 10-directional cauldron was the most shocked. After the sudden change in the Scarlet Flame Town, The strongest power in the martial heaven continent was no longer the 10-directional cauldron, but the Scarlet Flame Town. What was going on? It was a miracle that no one knew. However, many people had already guessed why such a miracle didn't occur in other places, but only in Chihua Town. Wasn't it a bit too much of a coincidence? But you have to know. The Scarlet Fire Town was originally the headquarters of the Long family. After the Long family left, the Scarlet Fire Town was still able to intimidate everyone, and no one dared to take half a step into it. Everyone had already guessed that the reason why the Scarlet Fire Town was like this was because of the Long family. The Long family has returned to the Sky Martial Continent? The Scarlet Fire Town was now the strongest power in the Sky Martial Continent, but it was still hidden in the Scarlet Fire Town. That was because everyone knew that there had to be someone helping them. The Scarlet Flame Town naturally wouldn't fight for hegemony over the Martial Heaven continent. Instead, they would obediently guard the Scarlet Flame Town. One day later, Master God Diviner successfully returned. The reason Longao hadn't left the Martial Heaven continent was to wait for the God Diviner. Longao had already guessed that Dragon Annihilation would definitely give face to the Oracle. If this had happened countless years ago, it was unknown whether Dragon Slayer would have given him face. But now, the situation was completely different. Master God Diviner was the ruler of the universe, but Dragon Destroyer had yet to truly refine the Primal Chaos Tablet and become the ruler of the universe. Others might not be able to do anything about Dragonbane, but that didn't mean that the Oracle couldn't. Outer Sea. In the Crystal Palace. Longao, fortunately, I didn't let you down. Longmia has agreed not to make a move for 100 years. You can rest assured. 100 years passed in the blink of an eye for cultivators in the Starry Skies. This was especially true for the Starry Skies ruler. Draconic extermination was in seclusion to refine the Primal Chaos Tablet. Forget about 100 years, even 10,000 years or 100 million years would pass in a flash. Thank you. This time, Longao was truly grateful. If it hadn't been for Master God Diviner, it would have been very difficult for him to deal with Dragon Destroyer. Although he had obtained the neutral Primal Chaos Tablet, who knew when he would be able to refine it? As long as Long Chong, Xiling, and the others had obtained the Primal Chaos Tablet, who knew how long it would take for them to break through to the Starry Skies ruler level. And so, if Dragon Destroyer really did launch a sneak attack in the dark, it would be a devastating blow to the Empire. Longao, you just have to remember that I helped you. Furthermore, you have to remember that we will never be enemies. He nodded. Longao didn't waste any more words. He turned and left. In a short while, he had vanished without a trace. After Longao left, Yidugu appeared. Very curious, Yidugu asked, Father, why did you help him? We can borrow Dragon Destroyer's power to test him and see if Longao really did obtain the Primal Chaos Tablet. Yidugu didn't quite believe Longao either. The Primal Chaos Plane couldn't have collapsed for no reason. According to his father, the Primal Chaos Plane had collapsed entirely because the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets had left. Aside from Longao, who else could have taken away all the Primal Chaos Tablets? But Master God Diviner shook his head. On this point, I firmly believe. Longao doesn't have any Primal Chaos Tablets in his body. It seems that no one else was able to devour the 12 Primal Chaos Tablet. Master God Diviner knew very well that Longao had been able to easily devour the Primal Chaos Tablets, but he hadn't been able to keep them. This meant that the 12 Primal Chaos Tablets weren't under anyone's control. Yidugu didn't doubt his father's words. He said, Father, why don't we just watch from the sidelines and watch as Dragon Destroyer and Longao battle it out? Then we can reap the benefits. Waving his hand, Master God Diviner laughed and said, I already said that I don't care whether or not others can become a ruler of the universe. As long as I can enter the mysterious Forbidden Land and master the power of the primal chaos tablets, I can truly become a high-level ruler of the universe. In the heavens above and the earth below, I will be the sole ruler of the universe. This was what Master God Diviner cared about the most. Master God Diviner knew very well that although he had obtained a high-level primal chaos tablet, before he could truly master the power of the primal chaos tablets, low-level primal chaos tablets, mid-level primal chaos tablets, and high-level primal chaos tablets weren't much different. Father, can Longao really help you master the power of the primal chaos tablets? Even now, Yidugu still couldn't believe it. How could someone who couldn't even refine the primal chaos tablets help his father master the primal chaos tablet? If his father hadn't said it himself, he wouldn't have believed it even if he was beaten to death. It was complete nonsense. Master God Diviner smiled and said confidently, "My calculations can't be wrong. Longao is the key to whether or not I can master the power of the primal chaos tablet. So, nothing can happen to Longao." So that's how it was. Father, what if Dragon Destroyer attacks Longao behind our backs? Yidugu knew very well that if Dragon Destroyer really wanted to destroy the Soaring Dragon Empire, it wouldn't be difficult. After all, Dragon Destroyer's power and status were there. Master God Diviner snorted and said coldly, "If Dragon Destroyer insists on attacking the Soaring Dragon Empire behind our backs, don't blame me for not giving him face. Even if he has the primal chaos tablets, I can't truly destroy him. But I can seal him." Yidugu smiled because he had complete confidence in his father's power. Dragon Destroyer's power wasn't enough. Chapter 2344. Leaving the Tianwu continent. Longao, who was preparing to return to the Soaring Dragon Empire, coincidentally met Longmia. Coincidence? Longao knew very well that because of the oracle, Longmia did not dare to continue to attack the empire. In other words, Longmia was deliberately waiting for him here. "Longao, you're really something. You actually asked the oracle for help. Do you think you can escape this disaster?" Longao smiled. "If you have the ability, you can attack." Hearing this, Longmia's face became more and more gloomy. Because of the oracle's deterrence, he did not dare to attack the Soaring Dragon Empire. Although he had the protection of the Chaos Stone Tablet in his body and was almost immortal, the oracle could seal him and even put him back into the path of reincarnation. This was what Longmia was most afraid of. His face changed again and again. "Are you afraid?" "Longao, although I can't deal with the Soaring Dragon Empire, it doesn't mean I can't deal with you." Just as Longmia was about to finish, the oracle's figure suddenly appeared. The oracle, "Longmia, we have an agreement before. For 100 years, you are not allowed to deal with the Soaring Dragon Empire. Have you forgotten?" The oracle's face was very cold as he said coldly, "It would be a lie to say that he was not afraid." Longmia could not understand why the oracle did not attack them, the so-called Starry Sky rulers. But one had to know. If their cultivation recovered, even the oracle might not be able to seal them or deal with them. After all, the oracle had not truly grasped the power of the Chaos Stone Tablet. In that case, why did the oracle not take advantage of the fact that they had not truly refined the Chaos Stone Tablet to deal with the 11 of them? He could not figure it out. "Oracle, according to our previous agreement, we only promised you not to deal with the Soaring Dragon Empire, but not Longao, right?" "Indeed." The oracle shook his head and said indifferently, "From now on, for 100 years, I hope you will not deal with Longao. After 100 years, I will not interfere in the matters between the two of you." 100 years, for a Starry Sky cultivator, may be a blink of an eye. However, Dragon Annihilation wasn't completely sure what it meant for Longao. This was because he was very sure that Longao had obtained the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. He did not believe Longao's nonsense. What if Longao managed to refine the Chaos Tablet within 100 years and become the ruler of space? What would he do then? It was very depressing. When Master God Diviner made a move, Draconic Annihilation was very wary. He didn't want to fall out with Master God Diviner until he truly became the ruler of stars. You're not willing? Master Oracle, don't you think you've gone a bit too far? The grudge between me and Longao. Not giving Dragon Destroyer a chance to speak, Master God Diviner said, Dragon Destroyer, I don't care about anything else. You just have to answer. Do you agree? Master God Diviner's face slowly darkened. Dragon Slayer could sense the murderous aura emanating from Master God Diviner. If he chose not to agree, he was almost certain that Master God Diviner would attack. At that time, how would he deal with Master God Diviner? Just as Longmia did not answer and his expression changed again and again, Longao said, Senior Clairvoyant, according to the agreement between you two, Longmia only needs to not make a move against the soaring dragon empire within 100 years. As for the grudge between me and him, I hope that the two of us can settle it. Hearing Longao's words, not only the God Diviner, but even Longmia was a bit shocked. The two of them had never thought that Longao would be like this. Was Longao really not afraid of death? Master God Diviner knew that although Dragon Destroyer had not yet recovered his strength as the ruler of stars, he had already recovered to the peak of the legend of stars. He was only one step away from becoming a star immortal. What about Longao? Longao had only just become a star immortal. Although they were only one level apart in terms of strength, Longao was far inferior to Dragon Destroyer, especially when Dragon Destroyer had the help of the Chaos Tablet. If Longao had not said this and Master God Diviner had intervened, Dragon Destroyer would have had no choice but to obey, even if he was unwilling and angry. But now, Longao had said that Master God Diviner did not need to intervene. How could Master God Diviner continue to interfere? Okay. After Master God Diviner disappeared, Dragon Destroyer suddenly laughed. Longao, I have to admit that you are very bold. What makes you think you can fight me? Looking at Dragon Destroyer in front of him, Longao suddenly laughed and said, Dragon Destroyer, I can tell you clearly that I have the Chaos Tablet. So what? Even if you refine the Chaos Tablet in the future and become a star ruler, you won't be my match. You'll always be beneath my feet. Hearing Longao admit that he had the Chaos Tablet, Dragon Destroyer's face turned cold. It was just as he'd guessed. Longao hadn't just gotten one Chaos Tablet. If he wasn't mistaken, Longao had 12 Chaos Tablet. If that was the case, then Longao had said that he had 2 Chaos Tablet. He'd even told Dragon Destroyer that the Chaos Tablet he'd obtained had left. It seemed that the Chaos Tablet hadn't left, but had been hidden by Longao. Dragon Destroyer was shocked. Dragon Destroyer couldn't figure out how Longao had done it. If Longao had hidden the Chaos Tablet, not even Master God Diviner would have been able to sense it. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he would have found it hard to believe. Longao, I can choose to take a step back. What I said before still stands. Of the 12 Chaos Tablets you have, I only want half. I won't take the rest. How about it? If it had been anyone else, they might have chosen to compromise in order to avoid trouble, especially when facing the Starry Sky ruler. Only Longao smiled and said mockingly, Longmia, I can tell you clearly that no matter when, no matter where, I will not give you the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. Let me give you a piece of advice. You'd better give up. Who was Longmia? He was the ruler of the Samsara Starry Sky, one of the 12 rulers of the Starry Sky. He had never been humiliated like this before. It would be a lie to say that he wasn't angry. Even so, Dragon Destroyer suppressed the anger in his heart. Unless he had no other choice, he didn't want to fight. His words were still the same. He had to get the 12 Chaos Tablets first. As for Longao's life and death, compared to the Chaos Tablets, it didn't count for anything. Longao, I'll give you one last chance. Hand over the Chaos Tablet. Otherwise, humph. Chapter 2345. Cut the weeds and eliminate the root. Even now, Dragon Slayer didn't know why Master God Diviner was helping Longao. Was it because Longao was a variable? If that was the case, it was a bit ridiculous. However, Dragon Slayer was very wary of Master God Diviner. If Master God Diviner insisted on helping Longao, it would be difficult for him to do anything. He would take advantage of this opportunity to deal with Longao and save himself some trouble in the future. In the end, Dragon Slayer was afraid. No matter what, Longao's talent and potential were there for all to see. Especially since Longao had already devoured the Chaos Steels. Once he refined them and became a ruler of the universe, it would be almost impossible for him to kill Longao. The more he thought about it, the more he felt something was wrong. The more he thought about it, the more he had to make the first move. How could Longao not understand Dragon Slayer's intentions? He sneered. His face full of indifference, he smiled and said, Dragon Slayer, why don't we make a bet? Dragon Slayer was very wary of Longao. Things that couldn't happen to others could happen to Longao. This was Longao. Let's fight. If I win, you can't bother me for 100 years. If I lose, I'll give you all 12 Chaos Steels. Longao was so confident? The calmer Longao appeared, the calmer Dragon Slayer was. If it were anyone else, Dragon Slayer would have agreed without hesitation. Only Longao did he shake his head and say, Longao, do you think you're qualified to bargain with me? Longao smiled. As for Longao's meaning, Longao was very clear in his heart. Dragon Slayer was afraid that if he lost, he wouldn't be able to make a move for 100 years. If that was the case, then it wouldn't be impossible for him to refine the Chaos Steels and become a ruler of the universe. This battle was unavoidable. If he didn't hit Dragon Slayer hard, he would really think he was easy to bully. If Dragon Slayer was at his peak, he really wouldn't be his match. But now, the situation was completely different. Dragon Annihilation had yet to truly refine the Primal Chaos Tablet, so he hadn't become a universe dominator yet. He had just recovered his universe legend power, and he hadn't even become a universe immortal yet. This could be considered a good opportunity. Longao and Longmia looked at each other as an unparalleled battle intent rose from their bodies. Longmia, you are truly shameless. You actually attacked a junior. Just as the two of them were about to fight, a cold sneer was heard. Immediately after, Blood Demon's figure suddenly appeared. His face was filled with disdain and mockery. Blood Demon and Dragon Destroyer already had a huge grudge against each other. If it wasn't for the fact that their strength was about the same, the two of them would have fought long ago. Blood Demon, you want to interfere in this matter. Looking at the sudden arrival of the Blood Demon, Long Mai's face was very gloomy. This was because the Blood Demon's situation was almost exactly the same as his. His cultivation had also recovered to the star rank. If they really fought, it was really unknown who would win. If it was 1 against 2, Longmia didn't have full confidence that he could defeat both of them. Blood Demon sneered and said, Longmia, I thought you were shameless, but not to this extent. Now it seems that your shamelessness is unparalleled. It was a blatant disdain. Suppressing the anger in his body, Longmia took a step forward. But in the end, he held himself back. Longao didn't speak because he didn't know whether the Blood Demon was friend or foe. In this situation, whether it was Blood Demon or Longmia, they were both his enemies. If Gorefiend and Dragon Annihilation were to really start a war, then he could just watch from the sidelines and reap the benefit. Longao, You really got the primal chaos tablet? He sneered in his heart. Longao already guessed that the blood demon didn't come this time to help him, but to steal his primal chaos tablet. What Longmia, what blood demon, they were all the same kind of people. They were all scum. Yes, I did get 2 primal chaos tablets, but they left one after the other. If you don't believe me, you can ask the clairvoyant. He just checked. In order to shut the blood demon's mouth, Longao directly used the clairvoyant. It was indeed effective. Bloodseeker nodded in agreement and said, "Before I came, I already met with the divine mathematician. He also told me about this matter. Dragon Destroyer, have you gone crazy thinking about the primal chaos tablet? If Longao had a primal chaos tablet in his body, how could you not sense it? What an idiot." The anger in Longmia's heart was like a volcano that was about to erupt. Although he didn't know how Longao did it, even the clairvoyant couldn't sense the aura of the primal chaos tablets. He was certain that Longao had all 12 of them. He was 100% sure. However, it was true that he could not sense any aura from the primal chaos tablet within Longao's body. If that was the case, no one would believe him even if he said the heavens. If that was the case, Blood Demon would not believe him either. It was really a pain in the ass. "Blood Demon, how about you and I join forces?" Longao had already guessed that the Blood Devil's visit this time must have something to do with the divine mathematician. Otherwise, the Blood Devil wouldn't have come at this time. Moreover, Longao could clearly sense that the Blood Devil's visit this time was obviously on his side. If he gave up this opportunity, even he would feel sorry for himself. The Blood Demon didn't even think about it. He nodded and said with a smile, "Longao, that's not a problem. I'm just a little doubtful. With our combined strength, can we join forces and send this person into the path of reincarnation?" Both of them knew very well that Longmia had the reincarnation primal chaos tablet in his body. It was almost impossible to completely destroy him. The only way was to forcefully send him into the path of reincarnation. In this way, it wouldn't be easy for Longmia to be reborn and devour the reincarnation primal chaos tablet. It would be a lie to say that he wasn't afraid. Longmia's expression changed again. After thinking about it, he decided that a wise man knew better than to fight when the odds were against him. He sneered and said, "Longao, Blood Demon, I'll be back in the future." As soon as he finished speaking, Longmia turned and left quickly. In just a short while, his figure had disappeared without a trace. Neither Longao nor the Blood Demon gave chase. They were very clear about the current situation. If they really fought, they might not be able to send Longmia into the path of reincarnation. It could be said that both sides were very afraid of each other. No one was willing to make a move unless there was no other choice. "Blood Demon, thank you very much. There were no eternal enemies in this world, and similarly, there were no eternal friends." Chapter 2346. Blood Demon smiled. Looking at the departing Dragon Destroyer, he said, "Longao, you have to be careful of Dragon Destroyer. He's very sinister." At this point, the Blood Devil did not continue speaking, but the meaning of his words was very clear. Longao knew exactly what Dragon Destroyer meant. He nodded. "I'll be careful. Longao, I have other matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave." As soon as he finished speaking, Blood Demon's figure disappeared. The situation was full of twists and turns. Longao shrugged helplessly. With the collapse of the primal chaos plane, of the 12 primal chaos tablets, apart from his own, the other 11 were scattered everywhere. The only thing they could do now was to spread the news as much as possible. Longao was well aware that he had obtained 2 Chaos Stone tablets. One of the Chaos Stone tablets had already left on its own. There were many people who could testify to this. But what about the other one? No one could testify to this. So he had to think of a way to spread the news that the other primal chaos tablet had left on its own. He had to do it. The longer he delayed, the worse it would be for him. As soon as he returned to the Soaring Dragon Empire, Longao immediately spread the news that there were several rulers of the universe protecting him. Most likely, no one would doubt this news. The Second Starry Sky Empire. After Lin Han and Wang Tao had fallen out in the primal chaos plane, the Second Starry Sky Empire's power had been greatly reduced. But even so, the Third Starry Sky Empire, including the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th Starry Sky Empires, didn't dare to act rashly. Although Lin Han and Wang Tao had fallen out, the Second Starry Sky Empire's power was still there. As the saying goes, a starving camel is still bigger than a horse. If he wanted to deal with the Second Starry Sky Empire, even if he had the power, he had to see if he could withstand the loss of both sides. Because of this, the remaining Starry Sky Empires didn't dare to act rashly. They wanted to see how things would develop. Lin Han and Wang Tao had fallen out. They might even fight. If that was the case, there was no need for outsiders to intervene. The Second Starry Sky Empire might collapse on its own. If that was the case, not only would the Second Starry Sky Empire be replaced, it might even be completely destroyed. Actually, among all the Starry Sky Empires, the most covetous Starry Sky Empires were not the Third, Fourth, or even the Starry Sky Empires. The biggest threat to the Second Cosmic Empire was the First Cosmic Empire. The 3 Starry Sky Eagles had been eyeing the Second Starry Sky Empire covetously, wanting to completely devour it. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Lin Han and Wang Tao had fallen out because of the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet. To the two of them, they were filled with extreme regret. If he could obtain the Primal Chaos Stone Tablet, then so be it. But now, neither Lin Han nor Wang Tao had obtained a Primal Chaos Stone. This was the most painful part for both of them. Not far from the Second Starry Sky Empire. There was no one around, everyone was dispersed by the 2 Pinnacle Universe Undyings, and a table and 2 chairs appeared out of nowhere. "Brother Lin, have we been played? Brother Wang, you and I have gone through countless trials and tribulations together. Together, we have supported the Second Cosmic Empire. But in the end, for the sake of the Primal Chaos Tablet, you and I have fallen out. It really is not worth it." Until now, Lin Han and Wang Tao were filled with regret to the extreme. They didn't continue speaking. The two of them looked at each other, everything was understood without words. A smile dispelled all enmity. Just as the two of them were about to reorganize the Second Starry Sky Empire, Longao's figure suddenly appeared. Longao was very clear that all the space rulers were refining the Primal Chaos Tablet. In a short period of time, he and the space rulers wouldn't be in a life-and-death situation. Thinking about that, Longao was prepared to first deal with the 9 great universe empires. Even if he didn't destroy them, he wanted to lead the Soaring Dragon Empire to become one of the 10 great universe empires and dominate the vast universe. Longao? The two of them already knew that Longao had obtained a total of 2 Primal Chaos Stone Tablets. Although Longao had said that the Primal Chaos Stone Tablets in his body had left on their own, no one believed him. The two of them didn't believe him either. The two of them looked at Longao, who suddenly appeared in front of them. They never thought that under such circumstances, Longao would still dare to appear. Was Longao really not afraid of death? Was he fearless? If it was the Longao of the past, the two of them naturally wouldn't put him in their eyes. Only now, the situation was completely different. The reappearance of the 12 space rulers in the vast universe was already set in stone. And the most shocking thing was that Longao had a space ruler behind him. What kind of concept was that? It would be a lie to say that they weren't afraid. The two of them definitely weren't afraid of Longao, but of the space ruler behind Longao. Even though a peak space immortal was a pinnacle existence in the vast universe, in front of a space ruler, they weren't even worth a fart. The two of you, long time no see. How have you been? Please have a seat. The two of them didn't immediately make a move. With the space ruler behind them, unless they were tired of living, they wouldn't make a move. Longao, what business do you have with us this time? The two of them were very curious because they and Longao were like fire and water. Even if one of them didn't die, it wouldn't be too much. In that case, why had Longao come? The two of them couldn't figure it out. If Longao had a space ruler behind him, he could easily dominate the vast universe. But in the end, Longao kept retreating and didn't have the strength to dominate the vast universe. This was very unusual. The two of them could almost guess that although Longao had a space ruler behind him, he might not fully support Longao. If that was the case, then Longao wouldn't be so terrifying. The two of you, I won't beat around the bush. This time, I only have one purpose, and that is to cooperate with you. Without giving the two of them any chance to speak, Longao continued, there are no eternal enemies in the world, nor are there eternal friends. You and I may be enemies, but I can tell you clearly that I'm preparing to deal with the number 1 Starry Sky Empire and I need your help. When the time comes, we'll divide the empire 50-50. What do the two of you think? So this was what he wanted. The two of them looked very dignified, not knowing what Longao meant. Chapter 2347. The enmity between Longao and the number 1 Starry Sky Empire was well known in the vast universe. But what did it have to do with them? The two did not agree, nor did they refuse. Longao, why should we believe you? How could Longao not know the fear in the two people's hearts? The more they feared the divine astral ruler, the more he wanted to use the divine astral ruler's power to intimidate them. I believe you already know that I have the divine astral ruler behind me. I believe I don't need to say more. You know better than me what it means. The divine astral ruler? The divine astral ruler? Of course they knew what the divine astral ruler meant. The divine astral ruler was the most terrifying existence in the vast universe. Even peak starry sky immortals were child's play in front of the divine astral ruler. As long as the divine astral ruler wanted to, he could easily destroy anyone at any time. This was the power of the divine astral ruler. It would be a lie to say they were not afraid. Longao, you and I are both smart people. If you have something to say, just say it. Longao smiled. Great. Like I said, in this world, there are no eternal friends, and no eternal enemies. We may not have been on good terms before, but it doesn't matter. When we work together to deal with the number 1 Starry Sky Empire and divide it 50-50, you will see my sincerity. Sincerity? Bullshit sincerity. If the two chose to believe Longao, they would be fools. If it was just Longao alone, the two would have ignored him even if they did not take action. But now that Longao had the divine astral ruler behind him, they had to reconsider the matter. Longao, do you mean that if we work together to deal with the number 1 Starry Sky Empire, the divine astral ruler will take action? If that was the case, the two did not even need to think about it. They would agree without a doubt. With the divine astral ruler's power, destroying the number 1 Starry Sky Empire was a matter of minutes. Once the divine astral ruler took action, not to mention the number 1 Starry Sky Empire, even if all the other Starry Sky Empires worked together, they would not be a match for the divine astral ruler. Longao shook his head. The divine astral ruler will not take action. They were disappointed. However, the more curious the two of them became, the more they wondered what Longao was up to. Longao, aren't you overestimating yourself a little? As soon as Lin Han finished speaking, Wang Tao continued, Longao, I believe we don't need to talk about the strength and resources of the first Starry Sky Empire. Do you think that even if we join forces we can fight against the first Starry Sky Empire? 3-peak starry sky immortals. When the 3 starry skies eagles joined forces, it wasn't as simple as 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. Rather, it was several times more powerful. If the 3 starry sky eagles and the first starry sky empire were not strong, they would not have been able to stand in the vast starry sky for so many years. They did not have the divine astral ruler empire. Starry sky empire the starry, immortals they sky immortals she. With divine sky. Astral immortal sky empire. The two of them did not make it clear either. They just hoped that Longao could back off. How could Longao not know what the two people meant? He laughed coldly. However, Longao wasn't angry at all, because it was understandable. Anyone would do the same. Lin Han and Wang Tao were no exception. Borrowing someone else's knife to kill. Longao's meaning was clear. Just relying on his and the Empire's power, it was impossible to destroy the number 1 or 2 starry sky empire. Unless someone in the Empire could completely refine the primal chaos tablet and become a starry sky ruler. However, to refine the tablet and become a starry sky ruler was easier said than done. It wasn't something that could be done in a day. Indeed, Longao thought of this. Longao had to choose between the first and second cosmic empires. In the end, he chose the second cosmic empire and gave up on the first cosmic empire. The reason was simple. The 3 starry sky eagles were more cunning than Lin Han and Wang Tao. They might not agree to work with him against the second starry sky empire. However, Longao had full confidence in the second starry sky empire. As long as he mentioned the starry sky ruler, he believed that the 2 pinnacle starry sky rulers of the second starry sky empire would agree to work with him against the first starry sky empire. Actually, Longao was betting on whether or not the 2 would agree. Since I dared to come to you 2, that means I have full confidence in dealing with the first starry sky empire. Isn't it just 3 pinnacle starry sky immortals? How about this, you and I work together? I'll take the lead. When the time comes, I'll take 80% of the first starry sky empire and you 2 will take 20%. How about it? Longao was really that confident? The more confident Longao appeared, the more the 2 couldn't be sure whether Longao was faking it or not. If the divine starry sky ruler wasn't present, the 2 certainly wouldn't have believed Longao. After all, the strength of the 3 starry sky eagles didn't need to be mentioned. If they were more skilled, then they wouldn't have waited this long. The second starry sky empire was still being suppressed by the first starry sky empire. It would be a lie to say that they didn't want to destroy the first starry sky empire and become the strongest overlord of the vast universe. For so many years, the 2 of them had dreamed of conquering the first starry sky empire and replacing it with the second starry sky empire and becoming the new first starry sky empire. However, after so many years, the second starry sky empire still couldn't suppress the first starry sky empire. Should they believe Longao? Lin Han and Wang Tao looked at each other. At this time, Lin Han said, Longao, give the 2 of us 3 days. Whether we agree or not, we will inform you after 3 days. How about it? No problem. It would be strange if the 2 of them immediately agreed to such a big matter. The more they acted like this, the more relieved Longao was. He turned around and quickly left. After a while, Longao's figure disappeared without a trace. Looking at Longao's disappearing figure, both Lin Han and Wang Tao's expression became very dignified. The 2 of them knew very well what it would mean if they agreed, and what it would mean if they didn't. According to their previous choice, after the incident in the Chaos Plane, they didn't intend to continue to provoke Longao. As the saying goes, it's better to believe in something than not. If Longao really had the godly starry sky ruler behind him, then provoking Longao would mean provoking the godly starry sky ruler. If that was the case, Then things would become very troublesome. You're tuning in to the Phoenix Nights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.